Welcome to NSL6.
There's that's hilarious. So did you ever play there's a Modern Warfare 2, the original? Oh, never mind.
Right.
No more off-topic commentary, I guess.
All right.
Oh, what a shame. Hey, chat. How you doing today?
Welcome to week 4 NSL6 LoveBoat versus APM. I think we got looks like some really cool series tonight, man. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, we got some bangers tonight. I am excited here. I mean, Apes per minute, LoveBoat, 2 absolutely fun teams. We got return, Mr. I'm not gonna play. He's going up against Mr. Green. That's a team kill there. Both Ash players. Or you might know him as the Whiskey Dingo. Harry, Mr. Anderson. Ooh. Mr. Anderson actually picking a race? I thought he was playing random. Interesting.
We have Valentine, author Valentine, and Ellspark for T3. PVT, TVP. We have Hex. We're going to have a Hex game. I'm so excited. And Nick. I love both of these players. That's going to be a fun series, I think. And Tachometer and Inside Job. Dude, Inside Job's a hype player.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be a great series.
I think my first time casting him was on my YouTube channel. I'd gotten a game, and I think like halfway through the game, he just goes, "Guys, I fucked up real bad," or something like that in game chat. And I'm just like, I like this guy. That was an absolute joy. All right, well, no delays here. Let's just hop right into the first game.
Okay. Let's here we go.
All right, here we go. In the bottom left-hand side with the blue probes. Give it up for Harry.
And in the top right, the red probes. Give it up for Mr. Anderson.
Ah, yes. I was wondering how long it would take for us to start commenting. All right, so PvP, we've got a few minutes here before anything happens, before they figure out how to ape each other into the dirt. But, you know, it's coming. They're Protoss players. They're going to ape hard. What do you think?
You know what? Anything could happen in this match. This is a very fluid, fly by the seat of your pants matchup. So I'm expecting anything.
So coming from the Protoss himself, you just kind of do stuff and hope.
It's a very decision making oriented matchup from my experience in playing. Decisions and reactions.
All right. Well, let's see what decisions and reactions are made here. So far, one gate going down on either side. Do you think they go both one gate gas, two gates? What do you think?
So it's pretty. Getting a 10 gate and a 12 gas is pretty common, and getting at least one zealot is pretty common. So I think looks like we're going to see that from both players.
All right. I mean, I'm always down for a nice macro PvP, even as rare as they might be. But Mr. Anderson not dropping a gas yet, so it looks like he might actually two-gate this.
There we go. Okay, so that's also pretty common as well.
One gate versus two gate, as God intended. This is how PvP was meant to be played.
So if Harry, our bottom left Protoss, goes something like Zealot Core Zealot, he should be safe against any kind of two gate pressure.
Yeah, I don't foresee this doing much damage, but it does set you up. It does hamper you a little bit, I guess, because you're spending more money early, but it sets you up nicely in the mid game as you start needing that production. Oh, what's that Mr. Probe doing down there?
And it looks like we're skipping Zealot and goes straight for a Dragoon first out of the bottom left, so that's great.
Ooh, interesting. That's a little bold, but if you can get away with it, then there's potential here.
Absolutely. And in this matchup in particular, it's kind of like... I take that back. He didn't skip Zealot. He got Zealot first.
All right.
So this matchup in particular, it's like once you get goons out, Zealots are no longer useful.
That's true. Assuming you micro them.
Correct. Yes. So that's going to be an interesting barometer here. But it looks like we're getting a second Zealot. Okay.
Interesting. I wonder what we're going to proxy here. Robo, maybe? DT Tech? Oh, it looks like Harry had the same idea. And like I say, PvP just truly translates into proxy v proxy.
Yep. This could be, I would wager probably proxy Robo with Reavers.
Proxy Robo with Reavers. Interesting.
But you know what? You're right. We could also see DTs. That could be a proxy DT drop as well.
That's possible. I mean, DTs are always fun to drop in. Shuttle play is always fun, in my opinion.
Indeed. And particularly if you don't have observer or cannons, and it looks like neither player is going cannons. So, you know, a DT drop, surprise DT drop could work. Looks like we are getting some worker kills here from Anderson.
Oh yeah, we're just stabbing away at these probes.
Yes. Both of those zealots know everything that those probes did last summer.
Oh no, not that. No, not that. The other stuff, you stupid. I haven't seen Scary Movie in a hot minute, but... oh, hello. Proxy Reaver. Okay. That's not what I was expecting.
All right, so I think that was a... Is that coming out of our blue Pro... Oh, no. That's coming out of our red Protoss here.
Yep. Mr. Anderson. Will you take the blue Protoss or the red Protoss?
Honestly, with the way this game is going, I will take both.
There's the secret green option, where you take both and no one wins. Allied victory.
There you go. Okay, so we do have a goon advantage here for our blue Protoss, and this actually worked out in his favor.
All right, it looks like
the
Reaver's coming, but it's too much. It's too much. GG.
GG.
What a shame.
That's yep. That's sometimes what that comes down to is just more goons.
Sometimes Protoss gonna Protoss, and there's not much you can do about it. Alright, well, no point sitting around talking about it. Let's go ahead and watch game number 2, or we can watch more proxy action. What do you think?
Yeah. I love the proxy versus proxy matchup.
Alright. Let's see here. In the slightly higher left-hand side, our blue Protoss player. That's going to be Mr. Harry Park.
And hoping to secure a win here in game 2, we have our red Protoss, Mr. Anderson.
Alright. Good old Heartbreak Ridge for a PvP. A map you can't wall on, so you don't have to worry about that.
Looks like we're seeing nothing, well, I mean, 8 pylon is kind of normal, no matter what you do.
What's your thoughts on Heartbreak Ridge? Have you played on it much?
I have not played on it much. I played a PvT on it with Deadweight pretty recently, and it is a pretty wild map. I love it.
Yeah, and I mean, we've got interesting plays on this, both from NSL and even up in ASL, where they were using it this season. We had some crazy games on, and honestly, I really like how it plays. Like, just about everything on this map plays out in a very different way. And it's mostly because this map's from a different time, right? Like, this is, what, 2006 Heartbreak? Well, Heartbreak Ridge came out, like, what, 2006?
I believe so. Okay, so we are, we're going 2-gate here for Harry Park, and 2-gate as well for Anderson. And both probes going out to scout. It looks like Anderson is going to get the first scout of the two. Just trying to see what his opponent's up to.
2008, by the way. I did just double check. I was curious.
It's close enough.
First appearance. Yeah. And I mean, it plays very, very 2080. So, I personally, I don't know. I kind of lost where the sentence was going. Not gonna lie. I was distracted by the fact that they both 2-gated. And it's gonna get real weird, I think.
I wonder if we're just gonna see a zealot, an attempt at a zealot all in either of them.
Ooh, just keep building zealots.
So far, nothing out of the ordinary. 3 to 5 zealots is pretty normal if you're 2-gating. I'm still trying to plan for the later game.
Yeah, it's just enough to either put on pressure or help fight off some Dragoons. But, you know, it's not too much of an investment once, you know, the Zealots fall off like you were saying earlier.
So it looks like from Anderson, we're seeing the Bonnet-style 21 gas.
Ooh, and an early expansion here from our blue Protoss.
Nice.
All right. Vizell gonna run in here, see what's going on. Oh. He's gonna try and slip to the pylons though. He's running. He wants a worker.
He's not getting it. Those 3 zealots are not having it.
Nope. All right. This is where we get like 1950s greaser fight.
Yep.
You get the zealots snapping as they go in, right? Before they start stabbing each other.
With the warrior growls. Yep.
Oh, okay. Mr. Anderson getting the war side of the trade there. Yeah.
So he is switching to goons.
Yeah, goons are what you're gonna need here. Oh,
Good
trying.
probe drilling. Nice. Finally, we have the goon support coming out, and it looks like our blue Protoss is going to be building cannons back home to defend this early expansion. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, with this, he's gonna be a mile ahead here in just a minute. You know. And with 3 cannons, you're not breaking that until you get your Reaver out. Robo just going down.
But I do think, well, our blue Protoss for the time being is going to be playing, I feel like, kind of passive until he gets his economy going.
Oh, yeah.
So, in theory, Anderson could send those goons across just to see what's up, and maybe try to apply some pressure.
He definitely should be at least scouting at this point. You got to know what's going on, because the moment he finds out that his opponent's already got a Nexus down, I feel like that's going to be an eye opener. And if he doesn't find it, he's going to just absolutely be dead. Alright. Robo Bay is building away here.
I wonder, is this going to be a speed zealot pivot from our blue Protoss here? It kind of looks that way because he's not doesn't seem to be in a hurry to keep teching to archives.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, nope, there he goes. There's the archives.
Of course. The moment we go to say it, it's like, oh, yep, this is immediately when he does the thing. Alright, grabs the scout, but the scout sees a little bit of what's going on.
That is a healthy goon count. I mean, if he just keeps building them, and I mean, he could do something, and he should do something, I feel like, because
5 cannons is too money, I think, from Harry here.
Yeah, the moment Harry gets 4 or 5 cannons up and a couple more goons out, he's going to be safe to do whatever he wants. So I feel like our red player is kind of just losing their timing window to be effective.
Yeah, it's... Once you drop a Nexus, like you drop your expand in a mirror like this, right? If you drop your expand first, you are absolutely behind for about 3 to 4 minutes. Once that expand comes online and you're mining from it, though, you shoot miles ahead. Although it seems like Harry's not really capitalizing it simply because of how many cannons he's building. But he is checking and seeing if Anderson is expanded, which is a very smart play here.
Okay, so it looks like we're now moving out. We do have a Reaver in the shuttle finally, so maybe we can get some threatening damage done.
Alright. Stormy boys coming out up here. They're going to rain on your parade. Potentially, literally.
That, I feel like our blue Protoss just has the stronger position at this point.
Yeah, and Anderson's going to try and push in here, and like I said, 3 cannons was fine. 5 cannons is overkill. So once he sees that, he's going to have to pull back and let the Reaver try and do some work.
Yeah.
And
he needed more goons, I feel like.
Yeah, once once Storm finishes, they'll be able to push back the Reaver too, so...
Yep.
I feel like this is just going from bad to worse for our boy here, Mr. Anderson.
Which is very unfortunate. This is something you don't see often, but it is very disheartening to see.
Yeah,
as a Protoss player.
It's honestly just one of those build order loss moments where it's just, they did the thing that is just good against what you did, and unfortunately you're just gonna have to try again next game. Storm is done, so at any point these Reavers are gonna get pushed back here.
But nice call trying to just reduce that cannon count. That is the biggest threat here.
Yep. Oop, hello, Mr. Goon.
Ooh.
Yep, there it is. There's the storm.
There it goes. And we have DTs coming out.
We do have an observer, but that storm is absolutely just gonna hurt everything. All right, DTs even get to sneak out and go around. Both of them hurt, but neither of them dead.
Our Stormy boys are low on energy, but these goons are also getting pushed back. It's not looking good here.
Shuttle's empty, but it's still sad to lose. And I mean, these DTs are gonna just march unopposed into his base, so we're gonna see GG here in like, I don't know, 30 seconds, however long it takes him to get to the mineral line. Actually, sorry, I should rephrase. It'll take however long it takes Anderson to realize that his mineral line is being destroyed for him to GG. Because there's definitely that fact where you just don't even notice for a moment until you come back for a macro cycle.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Any minute now we'll be seeing a GG.
Yeah, GG, there it is. You look back and went, nope, that ain't it.
That's unfortunate because his build is not a bad build, but like you said, it's just kind of, it's just a bad roll,
Yeah. It's a good build that just went up against a build that's good against it, right?
Yep. Exactly.
It's kind of like if you proxy 2 racks that, like, you probably are going to win,
But I really feel like not scouting with those goons when he had like 3 or 4 of them, I really feel like he should have sent like 1 or 2 out there to scout, because if he'd detected that fast, if he'd detected that expansion before he got that count, before our blue Protoss got the cannon count up, I think that could have gone very differently because he would have known what's going on.
Or at the very least, he just expands himself and puts himself, and he's still behind, but a much more playable position.
Right. All right, so it looks like we have 2 for the LoveBoat.
Yeah. GG's LoveBoaters. All right. That was a fun little PvP to start us off here.
Yeah, it was solid play from both players. GG all around.
Yeah, now, I mean, we still have 4 more series to go of solid StarCraft, so I'm excited.
Absolutely. Okay. So for this series, we've got
any time. Get right in.
Return versus Green. All right. In the bottom left on Sandstorm, we have our red Zerg, Ash Green.
Yes, the Whiskey Dingo himself. And on the top right-hand side, the man who said, "Don't pick me, I won't play," and has proceeded to play a bunch this season. He's pulling a Hawk, except I like him more than Hawk just because I know him more. It's Mr. Return himself, the Owl Man. Yeah, I still think that's one of the funniest things to happen this NSL, is Hawk and Return both being like, "We're not going to play much, guys. Don't worry about us." So they get picked later, and then Hawk especially like, "Dude, I didn't get picked first. I'm going to play every week now, basically." I love Hawk so much. Alright, but of course, both these players solid players. ZVZ though, so it doesn't really matter how solid you are. It just matters when you get your mutas up. Alright, so let's see here. Both players going at least 12 pool. If not gonna expand first. Be interesting. Yes, the 12 pool. Alright. honorable macro ZVZ, guys. You didn't believe it was possible, but here it is. Love Snow missing his team taking the first 2-0 that we casted today. But here we go. Overlord's gonna pass each other, gonna wave. How you doing? They pass each other. Gas is coming on up here, so. Oh, hello. Whiskey gonna go ahead and expand. Interesting. Oh, well, I guess Return's gonna do it too. Anything you can do, I can do better. Well, let's go. This is very interesting. This is not what you normally expect out of a ZBZ, and I'm here for it. All right. All right. So we're gonna expand. 3 lings each. Both getting their gasket ready to go up to, I assume, layer. But as soon as I say that, Return drops ling speed like an absolute Giga Chad. Whiskey doing the same thing. Oh my lord. What? When was the last time we saw a ZVZ where they just did the same exact thing for the first 3 minutes? It doesn't happen. This is actually illegal. I'm calling J-Dong right now. He's going to have them arrested for this. Obviously, since he is like the king of Zerg, he controls who gets arrested. Alright, there, our layer started on the back of this now. Alright. We have potential for some fun here. Maybe some Hydras? No, probably not. These guys are good at the game. Don't build Hydras, unfortunately. Alright. Just still building some links here, getting that link count up. Return does have a 1 drone advantage here, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when it's 1/10 of your economy, yeah, that's kind of a lot. So I think that will help him out a little bit going in here. He's gonna just have a little bit more money. Well, it also depends on how you spend it, you know? Money's only as good as how you spend it. Remember that, kids. Don't ever save money. Always spend it. Alright. We should see Spires going down here any moment now. Actually, drone's on the production tab here for our boy, Mr. Green. The Whiskey Dingo. As they both drop the Spire. They're both players actually going to drone up on the back of this. Is this the most passive ZVZ you've ever seen? It's definitely the most passive one I've ever seen.
This is definitely the most interesting I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know, right? This is not what you'd expect out of ZVZ. I am taking notes. I mean, not that I play anything besides Hydras anyways, but you know, I'm a man of consistency. What can I say? All right. It looks like Whiskey gonna dive in here just to get the scout and confirm everything. Alright. Well, some links on the map. Maybe try and do something fun, but they don't really have a whole lot of potential here. I think the obvious answer here is to go straight into Ultras, obviously. There's actually somewhere a 10-hatch Ultra build for ZVZ. I need to find that again. Alright. Mute is coming on up here for both players, and this is where you can see just the little differences in how Return had more drones, although he is down a drone now. But like his fourth mute is a little bit quicker. You know, small things like that are gonna make this a little bit more interesting. Alright, Ling skirmish going Return's way. Alright, and now it's the part where you kill off a couple of Overlords for free. So we'll go ahead and just see both these players get supply blocked for a minute. Alright. Hey, look. ZBZB like. Love to see it. All right, Return getting his Evo, implying that he might get spores here, or he's just trying to wall or get upgrades. Most likely a spore and a bit of walling, but we'll see. There's always potentially to get like +1 for your lings, because +1 lings are absolute monsters. +1 lings are scary. He's also the first to be unsupply blocked. Yeah, creep kind of going down. He's going spores just to stay safe at home while he dives in with the mutas, presumably. Meanwhile, Whiskey here getting +1 carapace. Alright, +1 carapace on your mutas. Huge. Huge advantage if your opponent doesn't have +1 attack. And if they do, it just kind of cancels out, but it's these types of things that are going to make Muta fights very interesting. Oh, Ling Pack runs past a couple Lings. These Lings are actually just going to go over here, check for a third base, it looks like. Alright, both players getting their Muta count up. Return macroing by building more drones. The absolute mad lad himself. Yeah, you know, sometimes you just want to macro up and be honorable Zerg players. You know what? I think they knew I'd be casting this, and they're like, we're not going to go Hydra because we're not degenerates, but macro up a little bit just for him to cast.
NR10 is like classic Brood War.
Dude, I do miss no rush 10s, you know? Oh, you're getting a little close to an engagement. Not quite.
Another minute and a half.
The only thing that they're missing right now is this being a BGH map. Dude, when can we bring BGH into NSL? And absolutely just tank everything.
That would be glorious.
Fastest map NSL. I'm down. Absolutely busted for, you know, everyone bullying Zergs. Zergs have a 0% win rate. Alright, here we are. Gonna try and get some damage done. Return with a bigger economy here, so. He's losing drones at home, though, to that Ling. What? That's 3 drones down. This is pain. This is utter pain. It looks like he's still gonna maintain that work. Never mind. This Ling has 5 kills.
Man, Green Dojo here taking me to school. I love this. Just 1 Ling is all it takes.
Oh, well, I mean, or you could just absolutely dive in here, try and even it out, and, you know, Return actually, he's going to lose all these mutas here unless he absolutely books it, but 11 drones to 10 drones to 20, it just takes an extra drone on the way out. He is double his opponent's economy. He has spores at home, so having the slightly lower muta count, bad, but it's not game ending. He's building more mutas, and he will be able to afford them because he has this thing called an economy still. And it looks like, you know, he might actually be able to spin this into a win, as long as he doesn't do anything too crazy. Alright. These mutas just kind of poking at some Lings. Just kind of AFK. Whoop. We dive in there. Spore doing its work. Alright. Love to see a couple more Scourge in here for Return. Seeing that the mutas are basically all that Whiskey has right now, I would love to see a little bit more Scourge in there. I think he's only got 2. I think 4 to 6 is how many you actually want. But, you know, any is better than none. Alright. +1 Carapet's almost done here for Return. That'll bring him to even upgrades at least. Alright. And right now, Whiskey has the map control. He's definitely wrestling it away by sniping all these things. But the game still kind of feels Return favored. But they also just need to fight, damn it. Do a thing. This is too passive for ZVZ. Alright. Those look like some lings are just dancing around. I don't think I've ever... It looks like we're getting that Scourge count up here. Another hatch coming on up here in base. So instead of taking a third base, he's just getting a third hatch in base. That extra larva will be crucial if he wants to continue spending all of his money as he starts to hit that actual saturation number. Whoa! We're poking in. Both players going for +2 carry pace, but looks like Whiskey's getting it a little bit sooner, so there will be a point where if they take a fight, Whiskey will be heavily favored. Alright. Scourge flying in, just hopefully they don't connect with an Overlord. It's always your worst fear is you accidentally move them too close and they go under. Oh, I'm going to poke an Overlord. Oh, good scout going in here. He's going to see everything. Oh, well, not. He kind of stopped going. He could have gone more deep. He didn't go more deep. Always go deep when you can, boys. Always. Alright. Hopefully they're going to pick up an Overlord. Big fight, big fight. But it looks like Return here just has more mutas. And sometimes more is just better than less. Despite the fact that one group is a move to the side. Not quite fighting. Oh yeah, that was a commanding win. Supplies absolutely dropping here for Whiskey. Return, now she's going to send it, it looks like. Lots of lings on the map, though. He doesn't have any ling defense at home. So, he actually will have a bad time if these lings counterattack. We saw what one ling did to his economy. I mean, imagine what, like, 6 or 8 will do. Alright, here we go. Deleting drones time. And actually, this is the worst kind of fight you can take for Return. Because things like buildings, look at the larva. The larva and the drones are eating so many bounces. While meanwhile, Whiskey is just getting every bounce on a muta here against Return. And that is the greatest way to lose it. I'd say the greatest way to win a muta fight is have lings under it. Or in this case, the worst way to lose is just to have opponent's units under it and still attack anyway. Alright, these mutas are gonna just suicide on in here. They just kind of confirm what's going on here. No hive tech, still just muta time. Alright, looks like the lings got in and took out the Evo, but that's about it. Meanwhile, you know, Return did once again stunt Whiskey's economy, so. Oh, lings going out, but they're going to go right past the mutas. Classic run-by moment. Alright. Alright, looks like we are just getting set up here for more macro. Whiskey is actually just building more drones. He's getting his Queen's Nest, so he is actually going to go into hive tech here. Meanwhile, Return getting +1 attack for his mutas. So that way they'll be slightly less useless against +2 armor.
And looks like we have an Evo as well coming in for Return. Are we going to see any ling upgrades as well? Maybe cracklings?
Maybe. He is... rebuilding it is important if he wants to get more spores, so he could be going for spores, or he could be going for upgrades. I mean, at this point, I'd be surprised if we didn't try transition. Here we go. Whiskey going into that hive. He does have a Evo chamber, so he could be potentially going for Muta or Ultras. I mean, yeah, it starts +1 melee. So yeah, he's definitely either going cracklings or maybe even an Ultra or two, depending on his economic state. All right. Let's see what they're gonna do here. Now, these guys are. It's interesting. I've never known Return to play a passive game like this, right? Or Whiskey. Neither of them necessarily strike me as passive players. And maybe that's why they're both like. All right, looks like they needed a quick pause, but I think the fact that both of them are, generally speaking, aggressive players, they're both like very concerned about what the other person's gonna do. All right. Return getting a third base up here.
Double hatch coming for Return.
Yeah, interesting. So what, the other ones are probably in the main as well then? Looks like, actually, Whiskey's taking the top left. So he's going to sneak in a hidden base here. Now that could have some dire consequences, depending on Return scouting the map.
So we are seeing more lings coming from Return, but still no spores starting.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Whiskey here is getting his crack for his lings. You're gonna ready to fight, guys. He's getting carapace for his lings. Interesting. That's not one I was expecting, to be totally honest. Alright, so both of them going into like this weird, interesting tech choices. Like cracklings make sense with +1, but +1 armor is a very interesting choice. Oh, hello, Scourge. Oh, hello, grabbing a couple of mutas here. Not really going to capitalize on it though, because generally with Scourge like that, you try and injure a bunch and then you dive in with your muta flock and you just pick off a bunch of injured ones. I'm kind of surprised no one has gone for like a Greater Spire or something here. I feel like a couple Devourers, that could be fun. +3 Carapace, almost done, or about halfway done here for Whiskey. Returns thinking, it's time I did something here. It's time to get something done. All right, we're diving. That Sunken doesn't stand a chance. Oh, big muta fight, big muta fight. The Lings are going to run right past into the main, so they're going to absolutely destroy some things here. These mutas, +1 on Return, making a huge difference in this fight. Look at that. Look at these mutas absolutely slaughtering here. GG is called. And it looks like Return's gonna take game number 1. All right, here we go. 76. I like it. All right, these guys spawning in opposite corners on a great map. In the bottom left here with the blue drones, we've got our boy Return.
And in the top right, the red drones, the red Zerg. Even though his name is not red, it is ash green. Hoping to secure a win here in game 2.
Yeah, I mean, that game 1 was a very interesting game, so I'm curious what they're going to give us here on something like 76, right?
That is one fast spawning pool.
Interesting. All right, a 6 pool here. Actually, 7 pool for whiskey with the 2 drone pool. Oh man, this guy's copying me. Son of a bitch.
And looks like we have a gas first out of return. Am I reading that right?
Yeah, actually.
Interesting choices for both players.
All right, and being cross mapped is going to be interesting. All right, so he gets the scouts off in the corners and he realizes, okay, you're all the way across the map. This is going to be something. All right, ooh, return going straight into lair. Okay, this might not be very good for him at all.
Especially since it looks like Green knows exactly where to send those Zerglings.
Yeah, now that he knows. Ooh, yep, the double creep count. Yeah, this man's taking my build. I'm suing him. This man's trying to copy me. All right, yeah, this. Ooh, losing 1 is actually kind of painful though. But yeah, the league's coming in here now. You can definitely get that creep colony up. All right, this is where it gets wild.
Oh man, it looks like an even number of links. Is this gonna? Oh no!
Oh no, this is this is a disaster. This
Nice
is actually
hold.
turning out tragic. Oh, that's a that's a GG. Yeah, cross spawn makes that build very hard. All right, GG's indeed. All right. Well, that was a quick 2-0. I mean, it was ZVZ. It was actually a lot longer than you'd expect for a ZVZ. But I mean, I'm always a big fan of ZVZ, so I'm not upset.
All right, so we have 2 more points for the LoveBoat. Yep.
All right, it looks like we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here after that series and get ready for the next one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome to NSL6.
Welcome to NSL6.
We are getting way behind schedule. My life for hire.
Right? Okay. All right.
Kill and kill.
Do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be
yeah.
enough energy?
You might barely hold this.
Yeah, that was like a weird timing. We got like 5
Yeah.
more hydras, and this time he had 5 more games.
Right? Okay. All right.
That should do it. Oh, we even had a Dark Arc on here. Just in case of Venus, I guess.
Is that the move? That's all it's really. I mean, like, I guess you can Nailstorm hydras, but
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably a little.
like
Yeah, I see it.
many decades ago,
Yeah, oh.
there was a robotics that was created. It's too much.
Do we have overlord speed? Can we snipe
This is a bad
the
position, isn't it? For Zerg, this is a terrible position.
I think he stormed his own.
we just stormed.
Oh, no, he's got it.
Oh my god, he has no storms now. Oh, never, he has them on. He has like 8. He has
Yeah,
so
he has plenty.
shit.
Yeah,
And he hasn't
I
been
just saw,
using...
I just saw so many storms go off. I just assumed he like wasted the time.
Yeah,
He's
this is
kind of hanging in there, dude.
man. Oh, that storm was pretty good.
Zerg is
Oh,
alive.
come on, use your storms, dude. You have 2 storms available.
A lot sooner than this.
I'm kind of slipping on the macro here. Oh, the ob's too far away. Oh, he's gonna do a lot of damage. I think he has like 30 health too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Europe still wins this, but I think a little bit more cleanly.
I think you underestimate the reinforcement power of Zerg.
Nah.
Can you hold? No. We got Archons in the mix now. Ooh, I didn't even hit
He's up there. It's funny.
Oh, he does pick off an Observer with a Scourge, but it doesn't really matter. There's no lurkers.
Yeah, he's trying to stairs though. Is he a +1? Okay, nice.
Yeah, he's also gotten +1 every game.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't
6 Scourge!
Oh!
That was like almost micro.
Yeah, it was almost great, but...
Dude, it is something interesting.
Oh. He needs to save these drones though. Can't lose these drones. Okay, pulled him. That's why I got a little worried about the tech.
Whoa, the lurker block on the ram.
Wings destroy, man. Yeah, a lot of Zerg don't even use their DBT.
They're not getting PvP anymore.
Ultras? Oh,
I like them, but
oh.
you need a shitload of defilers if you're gonna use them.
A little bit of a blunder there from PB. He loses like 3 lurkers
this
for
is
free.
scary, dude. If he's really smart with these goons here, man, he can do a lot. He's got a lot of storm.
No, he can't reinforce.
Storm. What is he doing? Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
Storms are so solid right now, dude.
More?
Oh my god. I hate
Yeah, he's got like full energy on all of these in the 250.
He saved his zealots this time.
Dude, the body block on the goons. The zealots can't get in.
He still got 2 Maelstorms available as well.
Oh, good storm there.
Maelstrom with the storm combo.
Okay.
Still
another Maelstrom going down there.
We're getting the larvas. Can you warp? Wait, question. 16.
No, don't do it. Okay, well.
I did not know you. I did not know you could do that.
I've never seen it in my life either. My question to the chat is: can that become an egg?
I don't know. We gotta go.
He is doing it.
He got a lot of money though. He do like so much.
I think we. Okay, he's got it.
In a non-show match setting, I'll even do it on the ladder. Show match, I'm not gonna do it, dude. I'm sorry.
Storms are ridiculous. Dude, these storms are just absolutely eating them. Oh no, he's sandwiched.
Well, our Zerg is catching up in upgrades.
Zerg wins, dude. I don't see how Protoss comes back at this point.
Right. I don't know, I would have built the second factory.
Oh my god, dude, how is he gonna hold this?
Well, he can't, because he cut so much production.
Does he have siege? Oh, he has siege. Okay, if he's... He needs to time this right. He needs to drop on the tank and run up the goons, right?
It's gonna drop on top of it. That repair is not gonna be enough.
Yeah. What a build, man.
Yeah, there was... Remap cut so much production out of that factory that just is not gonna have enough to deal with this.
He did it in eBay for some reason.
Right.
Huh.
Dude, it's a psychotic build, dude.
Dude, that is hard to deal with. Yeah. It really kind of is, isn't it?
Sim is an abuser.
Yeah, this is what Jumper did against me on my fucking... Yeah, remap right now, just like, what the fuck did I just get killed by, dude?
Yeah. Yeah, GG is called. Wow, what a build, man. That's pretty cool.
He's there.
Oh no, he's kind of getting a little arced on here. This is
It doesn't matter.
This is like equal number of tanks as there are fucking goons. Oh, we haven't shot! Expect this Reaver to get some big time work done.
Yeah, and these tanks are all fairly low at this point.
Dude, this is suddenly This is suddenly really scary for.
Yeah, he's gonna lose a lot of tanks here. These are all super low.
God, they are super low. Do we have any zealots? Like, where's our? We need buffering for this Reaver.
That Reaver didn't work.
Look at him even using the shuttle to get vision for his Reaver.
Yeah.
Walk down the ramp.
Smart.
This is really clever play.
Alright, looking for repair here. We only have one of our factories producing, so our,
Oh my God, he's barely out of range. He's gonna be able to chip away at this expansion a little bit here.
at the third, yeah.
Yeah.
But our reinforcements here from remap are going to be kind of delayed.
Why do we only have
one of
7
our
workers at the natural for remap? What's going on here? Is he just sending a bunch of...
I don't think.
I mean, he can't really do anything though, can he?
He can. He's got...
Does he not have observers yet?
He has one right there with
Oh,
his...
they're the beginners. Okay, never mind. Sorry. That shit blends in, man. They're hard to see.
Ooh, big mine
The
goes
question
out there.
is it purple?
It's not purple, dude. It's navy.
Oh, a little flank attack with Reaver. Nice.
Oh, he's going for that Nexus. Can the bolt...
Flank attack with Reaver. Nice.
Oh, he's going for that Nexus. Can the Vulture get it?
Oh!
That is huge.
That was actually really big, dude.
Yeah. Ooh, he's all bomb there.
Yeah, that was a good pick up. I don't...
Here's my not.
Yeah, he's left. Yeah.
T holds
the game.
Well, Reaver dies instantly.
Oh no.
Another Reaver.
Oh man, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So many SUVs dying though.
That had to be like 20, right?
Yeah.
He has 140 supplies, so maybe he can do something here, but this is...
He has no lines though, man. Actually,
Yeah.
no Vultures.
But the target firing is quite good so far on these goons. None of the tanks really showing on
He can all these the freaking storms go, dude.
Yeah, there's just...
Dude, he's kind of, sort of. He's got the
I don't know. I don't think this is enough.
He needs to target the goons though.
He's gonna lose too much. Like, this push is gonna end, regardless.
Yeah.
Hermie.
Yeah, I don't know. He really does not have much for being max, huh?
Yeah. He's playing this like a best style or shuttle style. He's got 71 workers. It's kind of a lot. God, look at this storm fest over here at this third. Or fourth.
God.
No,
The humanity.
Man. Wait, I want this Archon to
like, he cannot stop this.
Yeah,
Well,
actually.
he has a bunch of stuff in his main there, actually.
Yeah, at the same time, dude, like, Hawk never is Spire.
There's like 6 High Templars though with like 2 storms apiece each.
Yeah.
He needs better storms than that, though.
Yeah. Oh man, they're kind of lagging behind a
This
little
is the
bit.
good storm right here. Oh, there it is! Wow! Oh my god, that was...
Hate to see it.
There's no one.
Reinforcements coming up too, a lot of goons. We need storm. Why is he not storming?
Yeah. Oh, Hawk desperately trying to reinforce here.
It's kind of really. I mean, I guess he's just being cautious with him. Oh, he catches the transfer.
All those drones go down.
Oh my gosh, man.
The blood, the carnage, the gore.
Maybe Hawk is like, I'm just gonna suicide these. I
Dude,
get 1 storm out.
You know
of
what the
them.
mess? Look at the supply count, dude. Hawk is only
Yeah.
down like 10 supply right now.
Somehow.
Even after all this.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. He's so good, man.
So good.
Just gotta can. Decent storms? Not bad.
Good RV combinations. Oh, we're actually missing a little bit of Zealot, but...
I think they're fine. That's a
If he would eat. He had those 2 workers though in position. If he would target those probes, I think he could kill them all. And they creep up on
Where
the
are those probes going? They might die anyway.
Kill it?
He already did one on the pilot. Killed
Did
it.
he?
Yeah. Just,
Nice.
yeah. Just play
So how does feedback work? Is it just deal more damage based on how much energy the creature has?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
How
does.
much energy? Yeah.
One.
So if you have 80 energy, you're gonna take 80 damage.
All right, so you're saying we shouldn't be ripping bongs. I mean, hi, chat. How you doing? Welcome, everyone, back from the break. I couldn't miss an opportunity to have a little bit of fun. All right, we are back. We've got 3 more series coming, guys.
And speaking of fun, these are going to be some really hype games, man. It's really great players. I'm really excited.
All right, if you had to pick a series of the 3 we've got coming, right? Elspark versus Valentine, Mick versus Hex, and Inside Job versus Taco. Which one are you picking? Is the most hype, do you think?
Mick versus Hex. Very easy.
Mick versus Hex?
Absolutely. Both are just, in my opinion, phenomenal players.
That's fair. They are very solid. Yeah, they both hover like, what, around 1400-ish? Yeah, they're good. Personally, I'm curious about Taco and Inside Job. That's just a me personally thing. But it looks like, we get the fun series first. We've got in the bottom left-hand side with the blue drones. Give it up for Urk's very own Hex.
And in the top right, Nom McTarren.
So he's McTarren, like, you know, you go to McDonald's, you get your Terran. Could I get a 1 McTarren, please? Yeah, I'll take a number 7 with a McTarren and a large Sprite.
Hey, you know what? I will take that. That sounds tasty to me.
Alright, looks like they were having some turn right experimentation going on here to begin with. Alright, I expect, you know, with Sandstorm being a reasonable map to play on, I think these guys will probably have some macro openers here. Hold the pickles and spider mines. No, there's no holding these spider mines. They just keep coming.
And I guarantee you, if you're not holding the spider mines, you are definitely not holding the pickles.
New skin that makes spider mines look like pickle jars. Haha, here's your pickles. Alright, actually it looks like we got, for what here, 12 pool? And then gonna follow it up with an 11 hatch. Alright. Oh, or not. 12 pool scout, alright.
Is this an overpool out of Hex? Looks like it's an overpool out of play.
Is it an overpool? Looks like it wasn't quite done. No, it's definitely not, because it's overpool would have been done. I think.
I think so too. I think you're right. I think it's a 12.
I don't know. Perhaps I am just Alright, guys. Maybe my brain just ain't working. It's not working for English, that's for sure. Press 2 for StarCraft. Alright, Ling's coming on up here. Terran, meanwhile, Terran getting that scout off. Just gonna go ahead and macro on up behind it. SCV in the wall, just ready. You know, it might have been an overpool, yeah, with this. With the reaction, yeah, it's probably an overpool. I don't know how to count today. Oh, grab an SCV. SCV getting repaired up here. The boys hugging each other, as you do. You always hug your boys.
We have no gas yet coming from our Terran. So is this going to be a Rax expand, perhaps?
Yeah, looks like a gas expand, but with the CC on the inside.
Very safe call, I would say.
Alright, of course, flying is infinitely smarter than me. Because he doesn't second guess himself.
Yeah, no, so I was wondering if it was overpull because I saw the second Overlord, but then I saw that the pull started on 11, which I believe the overpull would start immediately after the Overlord. So, I think you were right the first time. Okay, we got a sunken coming up for defense. And
Alright.
Academy for our Terran.
Yeah. So we'll be getting our standard stim time. We'll probably push out around that 5-minute timing, so that way we can go ahead and at least force the the extra sunkens. Right. Yep, Ling's going to get pushed back here. He's going to go ahead and take his expand. Alright. X looking to see if we can get something done, but grabs a Marine, I guess.
Beautiful hold from Mick here.
Alright, layers coming on up here. Third hatch in base. So it looks like we'll probably go 2.5 base, mute us. Alright, yeah, stim +1 coming, extra racks. Alright, medics are here. They're ready to heal you up. Alright, scan goes down. Does not, it sees the extra creep, and now where do you scan? Do you scan the natural? Do you scan the other hatch? It looks like the other hatch is where the spire is, so now it's a gambling game for our Terran player. Oh, big money, big money, big money! Terran scans out the spire. Looks like, alright, about halfway done. So now he knows exactly where he is. He's going to start probably getting his turrets here in the next few seconds.
So I see a factory going down. Since we see Spire, could we possibly see Goliath's out of our Terran player?
Goliaths need numbers, I feel like. So I guess it's possible, but I feel like if you were to try and get up to the Goliath numbers that you need, it would be very hard. Alright, Ling's hammering away at the comsat. Interesting. Alright, Terran stimming back. Oop. Looks like Discord derped out. I don't see anything, Cookie. Alright, Marines pushing in here, but there's too many sunkens to push into, it looks like. Yeah. Let's go home. Alright, there we are. Terran's going to repair the concept. Marine's going to walk on home. Yeah. Alright, mutas are here, and they're ready to dance.
Oh, okay. So it looks like we might be, maybe instead of mech, we might be seeing SK Terran play.
Yeah, it's much more likely. Looks like we got 2 starports coming up here. Yeah, we should see vessels coming pretty quickly. Right, we got turrets here though. And with turrets here, we should. Mutas are gonna try and strafe the turrets. Marines are ready though. Just gotta hit the stim button. And the mutas just kind of disappear. Alright. Yeah, mutas are having a hard time engaging into that.
Another solid hold from our Terran player.
Evo chamber is up part of the wall. We're getting +1 here for our mutas. +1 attack is always a good upgrade. Getting link speed. Alright. Control towers coming on up here for the this starport. Don't see a science facility building actually. Yeah, no science facility currently. Maybe dropship? Or he's just... Or the SCV was getting ready to drop it, didn't make, and then it got picked off. Yeah, because there's the science facility. Now it looks like just the SCV wants to build it, got picked off. Alright.
Breeze moving across the map. Nice. Nice cancel. We're going into lurkers for a Zerg player here.
Alright, lurkers are always a good unit. And a good transition to after Mutus. Alright, ooh, the Ling's getting so much damage here. The Muta's just tearing apart things as they come out of the barracks.
Yeah,
These are absolutely getting slaughtered.
This is looking like some pretty nasty damage here for a Terran player. I don't know if... I think we might be seeing a GG from Mick here.
I don't know, it looks like we're going to try and base trade, but base trading against Sunkins? I don't know if I like this. Yeah, so many are just shooting at the Evo chamber.
It's a nice move. Trying to get something done.
It's not the worst idea, but unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be quite enough here, and we just kind of dive into the production. And I mean, Terran's trying to break the front. Zerg's already broken the production, you know? One of those things where it's like, you got to think about what damage is being done here. And I mean, it looks like Terran will... No, not even holding up. These Lings are just going to keep going to town. Alright, GG's. Good friggin' game indeed.
Solid play.
Alright. Alright, that was a solid, fun game for our Zerg player here. Alright, here we go. Let's hop right into game number 2.
Alright. What is our map today?
Alright, this map here, what have we got? Actually, I didn't actually check. Looks like down here, though, in the bottom left-hand side, with the blue drones, give it up for Hex. That's Paradiso.
And in the top right, our red Terran. Give it up for Mr. Mick Terran.
Alright. Hopefully he's got some McFries and a McShake to go with this McTerran here. He's going to need it. He's down 0-1. Alright. This is a 4-player map here, so we could get a bit more greedy with our play since we don't have to worry about, like, oh, they know exactly where you are kind of things, right?
Sure. Yeah, I could easily see maybe a 12 hatch or even a 3 hatch before pool.
3 hatch before pool would be a very, very aggressive, but I guess it's doable. I mean, I've been doing it a lot recently, I'll admit. I'm a terrible Zerg player. I've been doing it. But I think definitely seeing a 12 hatcher would be most likely. Probably also the gases expand on location here for our Terran. Alright, yeah, there we go.
The nice thing about this map, particularly if you're Zerg, you know, I mean, you pretty much have, if you know how to defend them, you pretty much have 3 bases here. You can get uncontested, I feel like. The travel distance between this natural and this natural third is not very long.
Yeah. The problem is that third kind of sucks to hold sometimes.
But it looks like we are just going to go for 12 hatch. We aren't going to go for 3 hatch before pool. And we're seeing some pretty standard stuff out of our Terran.
Yeah, Terran just doing Terran things, going out for that double scout now, because he hasn't actually found the Zerg yet. Alright. Oh, we're going to do 3 hatch in base again. It looks like he just enjoys doing this type of build.
It does seem to be a very nice macro build, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this is a nice standard CBT here. Doesn't look like... So he hasn't actually seen a hatchery yet, I don't think. Oh yeah, now he has for sure. So, he kind of knows what he's going on here. We'll see how long the SCV survives. But you can probably... Oh, well, not very long, I guess. But it's probably safe to be like, alright, this is going to be another 3-hatch Muta play. Drones will get in here. It'll die, but it will see the command center timing. Alright.
I do like this CC play better this game.
Yeah, putting on the low ground, I mean, he has the more ability to now. He's like, alright, I've got my Marines up front, should be able to hold anything that comes in. Might as well get it on location. Alright, CC's being saturated. Academy coming on up here. Looks like we are skipping a couple Marines, trying to get those medics a little bit quicker once the Academy finishes, but you still want those. And no bunker again. Command's going to be as greedy as he can be, which of course has plenty of drawbacks. Ooh, good blocking with the drones on the ramp here. Hello. We're really making sure that scout doesn't get off. Alright, 3 racks. Third rack's coming up here, +1. We'll be starting here soon with the NG Bay, I assume. If it's anything like he did last time. Lair just about done here, so we should see the Spire going down here in a moment. Alright, scanned a little early. So he's not going to see the Spire go down. If it goes down there, at least. Alright, scans again, sees the lair, it's done. He's like, Alright, I don't see a Spire, though. Spire goes down to the natural. I like it.
So, one nice thing I see from our Terran is that we are building, we did build some fire bats this time. So, if we do see some Lings trying to run into the natural, I think that would be a decent defense.
Yeah, fire bats help stop any sort of run by that come in. This kind of Marine move out here is meant to keep you honest and force out those Sunkens at the front, so it's pretty much doing its job right now. As long as he doesn't stim it, he should be fine.
+1 in range starting, Spire finishing.
Yeah, there's 1 Marine, but he also sees that there's 3 Sunkens there. And it's like, alright, that's 1 more than you're supposed to have, so... good enough to go on home. Alright. Karen here just going to keep messing up. Mutas should be on the way here right now. It looks like they are. 9 Mutas. Beautiful. It's exactly what you want to see with 3 hatch. Ooh.
And the Hive Tech dropping?
Yeah, quick Queen's Nest. This is much more like a Well, he's getting the Hydra Dent, so it's not crazy Zerg, but he's going real quick into Hydra Lurker Defiler, it seems like.
Now, question: do you think this SK play that we're probably going to see out of MIG is it stronger versus Hydra Lurker Defiler than it is versus like Ultras and Lynx?
It's critical. It's critical against both of them because you need to irradiate Defilers. Because you just can't fight constant Dark Swarms and Plagues as Terran. You really have to grind down the Zerg and make sure they can't keep those unit counts high. Like, obviously, irradiating Ultras feels good for everyone involved. Because, you know, you just run the irradiated Ultras into the bio and you laugh as it kills off their own units. But it's critical for Terran to be able to try and take these things down because Marines, while they do hit hard, they're very weak. And if they can't hit something because of the Dark Swarm, they instantly die. Alright. Oh, we moved out with everything. Ling backstab with the mutas. Absolutely gonna rip everything apart. This poor guy. Meanwhile, Hex is also getting a base from the bottom right-hand side, so...
Oh, man.
Yeah, this game is... Once again, no bunker, no units at home. Just taking everything and sending it. And unfortunately, it looks like both games are gonna end in the same scenario here.
I think this was a critical miscalculation, not keeping our fire bats home for defense.
Yeah. I think, unfortunately, that's going to be, the end there for our boy.
GG's, both players.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. I think it's just a little bit of the game sense of, like, when he moved out. I think was because he saw the mutas were still harassing him. I think you really want to try and put some hurt on the muta balls if you can with some stim marines. And so I just think he could have done a bit more with his timings, but, you know, life happened. You make a decision. It's part of a strategy game that you pick a strategy, and sometimes you pick the right one, sometimes you don't. Yeah, and we all learn. I think that's pretty great. That there is going to go ahead and be a 2-0 for the Apes. All right, with the Apes, that's going to bring them up to 7-8, it looks like. So yeah, they're just a point behind. And I think that, let's see, what do they got? They got L-Spark and Inside Job playing. I think there's still some good potential here for them to bring it on back. But of course, the easiest way to find out is to get into the next series and see what happens.
Oh, looks like we have Valentine versus L-Spark. Protoss and Terran. In the bottom left, we have our blue Terran, L-Spark.
Alright. Hitting the bottom, or the top right-hand side, our Protoss player. Give it up for Valentine. Alright. TVP. We're going to see some goons. We're going to see some zealots. We'll probably see a recall. And more than likely, we will definitely see a siege tank. If I had to guess.
Nothing unusual so far.
L-Spark not going for sorry, I'm just like, he's not doing any sort of micro spots. So like where you put the depot and the barracks next to the CC. So if an early zealot comes out, he's gonna have a little bit harder time.
Yep.
But I feel think he should be fun. I don't think we'll see one too aggressive at least.
So I feel like in PvT, especially at tier 3, seeing an early zealot is kind of 50-50. But you know, when I played this map in my series, I did choose to go early zealots because I can straight up bypass the mineral patch on the bridge. So we might see them.
And we did have a gas steal, classic Protoss things. as I've been referring to it as Mr. Stelio gas. Alright, unfortunately poor Terran here getting his gas stolen. He's gonna go cry. Virgin Terran with the gas stolen versus Chad Protoss gas stealer.
And we are seeing that early zealot pop out on looks like
you know,
14.
with a gas steal it makes a lot of sense, you know? If you're gonna steal the gas, you might as well put on some pressure. He's only gonna have Marines. He literally can't have anything else because it all requires gas to get to. So might as well put on some early zealot pressure until he gets that gas back. And then you bully him by retaking the gas, of course. Follow for more Protoss strategies, guys. If you like being a dirty Protoss player, feel free to follow. What the hell are these probes doing? I know Cookie's been highlighting this for like the last 30 seconds, but I've been trying to figure out what they're doing because they're not doing anything smart.
Yeah, that's not the best mining you see out of the probes, that's for sure.
It looks like he's got a zealot running in here and stuff at the third base. He got a pylon or something? Visible event possible. Looks like he's got a proxy of some kind. You know, the easiest way to beat someone is just by not playing macro.
So we are going into Robo. A proxy
It's
Robo.
proxied.
Alright.
Baby.
I think, what are you thinking? Maybe a proxy Reaver drop?
Ooh, proxy Reaver? I could be down. Proxy... I don't know. Do you just like proxy DT tech and then pick up a couple of DTs as well? But nah. Proxy Robo is probable.
You could do, you could...
Reaver, sorry.
You could do, Zealots in the shuttle and do like and kind of use that proxy Robo for like a Bulldog play.
Yeah, very possible. I think he just probably, since he won't have anything for a little bit, you know the gas was stolen. You know that anything like even his turns are probably gonna be later as he tries to expand and get his economy back in line. You know, he might not have anything in his main to deal with it, so you just drop a Reaver in the main and you laugh. You go, do the snow laugh, and then you just obliterate his mining.
There. Oh, is that a gateway? That is a gateway. Oh, that is beautiful.
Right. Proxy everything.
This feels like something I watched on a Tasteless stream once.
Alright, and Protoss not being aggressive with the goons, this should confuse Terran a little bit, but then again, getting... Oh, this has to go off. Who's going to scout this?
Oh, that's a shame. The Terran's going to see the proxy, and we don't have any goons.
Wait just a minute.
That's a bummer. Bummer for Protoss, I feel like.
On the one hand, yes, obviously this getting scouted, absolutely tragic. On the other, the Vulture can't go across the bridge.
This is true. And now these Marines are...
They're gonna
not
try
very
and get the
good.
Reaver. Pop.
Nice.
Reaver go burr. Alright, do we have anything in the main to deal with this is the question. Okay. No, we do have a turret. Alright. We should be able to just drop outside of range and just get some work done. Yeah, you just gotta walk the Reaver in. Pop. Alright, whoop. Oh, here we go. This is where they get the juicy Reaver shots. Come on. Target, target, target.
Nice SCP pull.
Yo! Oh, get stuck
man.
on the egg! No!
Oh.
It's duds! Oh, no! It's fine, boy's coming back. He's back with a vengeance.
Protoss problems.
Oh, go for it.
Oh, nice. Nice.
All right, he will get picked off, but he definitely got some kills there. Not to mention all of the mining time lost. Oh, 3 Zealots, she's gonna come on in here. Chaos doesn't end here. All right. Well, pick him up, pick him up, pick him up, pick him up, pick him up. Alright, these Zealots are tearing apart things in the main, it looks like. These Zealots that are running into the natural are going to get nothing done. They don't really matter. There's no workers here for the Reaper to shoot at. Like, oh, sad Reaper noises. Almost flashed the shuttle into the missile turret. Almost a big whoopsie there. Yeah, this feels Protoss, man. Alright, he does get the Reaper. Some good movement from the tank will mean the Reaver shot does dud. And unfortunately, the Scarab Carrier does not do its job. Protoss expanding behind us just now. It's actually kind of late. Yeah, you got some damage done, but like expanding this late can leave you in a really bad spot because Terran's still double producing workers, right?
Correct. We did set them back a little bit, but I don't think that's going to be enough setback with that system.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be enough damage unless we dive in and get more damage. But I don't know. I think you can try poking at the front. He's not mining from the main though, as Cookie is pointing out. So it's still technically one base versus one base.
It is, and he's not building out of that either. So yeah.
Yeah, this is actually really not good for our Terran player. He could definitely be taking much more advantage of his current position.
But I feel like this army composition from Terran is enough to hold this harassment. I don't feel like our Protoss is going to get much more damage doing these tactics.
I think I think he could try and poke down the door if he was confident in his shuttle micro. You just kind of keep shooting Scarabs at the front. But
double Stargate.
Carriers. 2 base carrier, baby. Calling it now. 2 base scout. Now that would be a game.
Honestly, I'm down for either.
The thing is, Terran also has to go up this ramp, so holding the ramp is not a bad idea. But no, there goes their only unit that was capable of holding the ramp. Unfortunately, yeah, all this proxy stuff is absolutely doomed. 2 gateways and all of our robo-tech.
And that, you know what, that does happen with proxy. Eventually it always gets right.
No, sometimes you win.
That's true.
But yeah, in this scenario, it's getting all sorts of cleaned up here. Alright, yeah. Unpowers it, that's fine enough. Fleet Beacon coming on up here for our transition. And I mean, it's definitely going to be a surprise when a carrier shows up. I'll give him that. As long as, he doesn't die first.
Right. Carriers take a really long time to build. This is like, what, almost 2 minutes, 3 minutes? It takes forever.
About 4 years.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be about 4 years before those carriers show up, unfortunately.
1 year for each Dragoon.
Yeah, basically. Alright. Protoss just going to hang back in their natural and just use that as a place to hide.
Yeah, I feel like the proxy play didn't pay off, and now I feel like our Protoss is kind of in a bind. It feels like Terran can now pressure and clean up this small defense force here.
Yeah. No, Terran can just start kind of working his way through this slowly. Take his time. Don't do anything. Doesn't have to do anything too aggressive. Protoss going to have a real hard time affording carriers on 1 gas, though. Funny enough. we'll see how this goes. But pushes out. Unfortunately, the tanks are too far back, which means they are way too protected at this point. Alright, yeah, we can only afford one carrier. Getting interceptor supply upgrade or interceptor capacity upgrade. Fun
Not
fact,
building
the
out
actual
both
name of it.
Stargates.
Yeah, it's because he doesn't have the gas.
Unfortunately.
He's only mining his main. He's not mining his natural here. Yeah, he's holding for now. In, the next 18 minutes when this carrier's ready to fight. But one carrier shows up and he's like, alright, time to build 8 Goliaths, and then Terran wins,
Exactly.
So unfortunately, I think while Valentine here had a real fun idea, I do think that unfortunately, I think I'm going to say I think one more time before I think this sentence, I think. So I do think Terran's going to have this thing here.
Yeah, Terran's got a really solid contain right here, and all they need to do is just field more units in, and I don't feel like there's anything for us can do to stop it at this point, because 2 or 3 tanks can pop goons pretty easily if you're not careful about it.
Yeah. I mean, if you try and dive them and you don't get them, you're going to have a real bad time. Alright, and these tanks just kind of leapfrogging forward.
Alright, we have 2 carriers coming into position. We'll see what happens. They are going to be able to clean up this immediate threat, but as you said, all we need to do is just immediately switch to Goliaths for Terran. So we'll see how long this holds up.
And we got them coming already. There's still a minefield out here in front of your base. Like, that just doesn't disappear, funny enough. Alright, some units derping around here for a rally, it looks like. And we are still producing carriers. I mean, I guess we should never say a Protoss is out of it so long as they have Protoss units, because let's be honest here, Protoss units are pretty good. So, we'll see.
Looks like we are seeing, what, potentially 6, 7 Goliaths on the field right now as Terran?
Yeah, he should be hitting that number, getting close to a control group at this point.
Nice job,
a little bit of damage down here, but yeah, he's gonna get a little bit of damage in here, poking on in, making him think real quick. Cleaning up all that proxy stuff, though. Finally. All right. And I mean, this is a nice spot because the Goliaths really can't get back here. This is super awkward. But they're able to just thin out the interceptors, which of course once they're gone, carrier can't do much. Alright, picking up some SCVs here and there.
Okay, we have carriers now attacking the main.
Yeah, looks like they're going to go ahead and get some damage done here.
Very undefended here, but I think these Goliaths are going to hold this.
It's very awkward to move around on this map, it looks like, for the Goliaths. Which, as chat seems to be agreeing, yeah, this seems like a very good carrier map. So, I mean, let's not count Carrier Man out yet. Not quite proxy robo map apparently, but it's definitely looking like a carrier map. Units trying to figure across the bridge. They, fun fact, don't. In case you were curious, they don't fit.
Unless they're a Marine, then. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anything else?
Small units fit. Nothing Terran's building that's relevant will fit through there.
So our carrier count is growing. That is something, and we only have 5 factories as Terran, and we're now not building out of them. Oh no, I'm sorry, we are building out of 4.
Yeah, he's trying to keep up with the multitasking here, it looks like, and Protoss just hit him from the right, hit him from the left, hit him from the right, hit him from the left. You know?
Yep, that is something very, very easily done where your units are flying.
Yeah. Alright.
Looks like we are going for a counterattack here as Terran, maybe trying to do a maybe a base trade here?
I mean, base trading against Terran is always a bad idea, but then again, carriers are kind of good.
So the Terran is now attacking the Protoss natural here.
Yeah. I mean, you can try and force the issue and try and get Protoss to go home, because right now he's on top of your production, so I mean, he's right where he wants to be, no matter what anyone says. I mean, one carrier's going to come out as defense here, but, oh no, it's just routed across the map, so it's going to absolutely torn to shreds, right? Assuming the Goliath shoot. Never mind. Carrier's like, sweet guys, I'm going home.
Looks like our Protoss is going to have to respond to this.
Well, I mean, he just lost his natural, and Terran does have a 3rd base up. He does have to come home and deal with this, but he's on 11 probes. Carriers are good, but I don't know if they're this good.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't know if our Protoss has the production needed to support this anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry, the economy. I mean, the economy needed to support it.
I'm not convinced this is going Protoss' way. He's given it a great shot. I unfortunately think that his best shot is not quite great at. It's just his whole plan with the proxy robo just didn't do enough, right?
Right. Yeah. After I think about, there's like the 2nd or 3rd shuttle attempt that it wasn't working, and it was just too little, too late.
Yeah, it's just an awkward transition out, and just that's fine. I think if he doesn't do that, if he doesn't try and do a proxy next game, I think there's a much better chance, but we'll see.
I think the other thing about this switch is that the opening strategy was also very gas intensive.
That's true. He didn't really have like spare gas going into this.
Going back into the natural, trying to finish what we started with some more damage, economic damage. But, you know, this is now a numbers game, and I think Terran just has more Goliaths at this point.
Yeah, Terran's just going to do Terran things here. Yeah, and they're just picking apart the interceptors. And the thing is that on 4 probes, how many interceptors can you afford, you know? At some point, you just run out of money. That's something that kind of gets overlooked a little bit.
Nice job focus firing those Goliaths.
Yeah. He's definitely doing his part here. He's doing his part to do the best he can. Definitely never got Goliath range upgrade. He's getting it now. It's fine. Don't need it. No, don't tell me there's a world where Protoss actually kind of rolls this. I refuse to believe. Terran has everything he needs. No. You're not telling me that 4 probes in a dream are going to win this. This man has more carriers than he does probes, I think. Or at least equal amounts.
Well, if you count the interceptors, he definitely has more.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, we're up to 45 SCVs. Come on. We just need to drop like 3 factories somewhere else. He's covered his 3rd in missile turrets. Alright, we're just gonna hope.
Wow.
Over the top left in factories or something.
Yeah, I think chat has it right. I think Goliath on Sandstorm does not mix.
This map is definitely harder for Terran than it is for Protoss when it comes to carriers. Alright, yeah. Rebuilding the barracks here so we can try and build more factories. And his main base is just absolutely forfeit.
One probe in a dream.
You don't need any more, right? At this point, you're just playing League of Legends. You're playing Micro Simulator. This is where you just practice your your bit of micro. All right, I want to practice my carrier micro.
That's a lot of missile turrets. I mean, that could shut this down.
I like that this is proven out in the APM tab.
Oh
GG
man,
is called.
it's happening
Terran's
out.
over here sweating over his 150 to 100 APMs. Like, oh, gotta get my turrets up. Gotta get my factories. Valentine's like, carrier.
What a game.
That was fun.
That was a
lot
game.
of fun for a G1. And I mean, there was a point where that was closer than it should have been, for sure.
You can keep going.
Yeah, I'll just roll. Alright, we're gonna roll right on into the next game, it looks like here. So you know what? Let's see what crazy shenanigans our players get up to in the next game. What do you think? Think we're gonna get another proxy?
Oh my gosh. I can't even begin to guess what we're going to get here on Dark Origin. All right, in the top left corner, Team Love Snow representing LoveBoat. We have Valentine, our red Protoss.
And on the bottom right hand side, our Terran player almost got Protossed. On the verge of getting Protossed. It said, not today. Thank you. Give it up for L-Spark. Alright, this is another map where I think carriers are actually super good. So, we'll see.
This is I'm sorry. This is another wild map.
Yeah, it's got the bridges. It's got the back door.
It's just...
Yeah, this map's got a lot of ways of going around it. So I do think that we will get something interesting here. And by something interesting, I mean we're getting a proxy. Yeah. Alright, Protoss is going to do Protoss things. Like,
are we going for another gas steal? I think we are.
Oh yeah.
Please. Please steal the gas.
Steal his gas. It's Mr. Steal Your Gas. Alright, what's he going for? Oh. No, he's gonna go after the gas steal.
Oh!
Got him, boys.
Yeah. GG, we can go home, boys.
GG easy. Mr. Steal Your Gas strikes again.
I love it. Oh, are we gonna do horror gates? Oh, that would be beautiful.
Alright.
I love the probe just chilling in the top of the Terran space up there.
Yes, maybe get some in-base shenanigans. Oh, SCV is searching for him. He's like, not gonna let that happen. Terran's like, I'm not getting Protossed that hard today. Oh, he wants it again! Oh, the utter disrespect for Terran players everywhere. Get literally wrecked, Terran players. He's got 4 SCVs on this right now.
Oh my god.
So fun fact,
Cool.
with the way a simulator's built, apparently I think the top is where you want to be, because it's the only spot that doesn't get glitched out when the simulator cancels. I think it's the top. So if you just hide your probe there, you can immediately re-grab it, because every other side gets glitched out.
Okay, so we're going just regular
Gateway man.
probably gate expand. They're 21 or 23 it looks like.
Alright. Terran got his bunker up here. He's going to drop a CC behind it. Should be fine.
Or is this a 29?
He'll drop it when he gets there, you know. We'll get a Nexus eventually.
It's all pretty. We have a goon at the natural to pressure the bunker.
He puts the supply depot down to block the expand for a short time. Absolutely incredibly Terran. Like, no, you steal my gas, I block your expand.
Yep.
Alright. So it looks like from here, yeah, we can get goon range, send some goons across the map. Alright. Factories coming up here, machine shop, worker transfer. Yeah, all this stuff's looking fine. No crazy things. Robo coming up here, so I mean, I guess he's gonna play some Reaver, but these are the Reavers at home.
Could also be an OBS.
True.
That actually,
much more standard. I want to hope.
yeah, that would definitely be my guess. Is that we're doing some sort of an OBS build.
Yeah, he's just gonna hurt you standard macro players. Alright, yeah. Nexus finishes up here. Should see the observatory go down at the front here in just a moment.
Shuttle probably before the observatory.
Interesting.
Oh, we're going Reavers.
Ye of little faith.
Oh man, we're bringing out the snow today.
I'm excited. This is the way I like them. All right, tank pushes away the dragoons as it's supposed to.
So Reavers are basically, as far as I know, the answer to bio. Reavers are the reason why Terran doesn't go bio. And
yeah, basically.
And they're also like a really good way to hold any kind of any kind of two-fact push, like any early siege tank push.
Yeah, so they're good at everything. They're good early splash, you know.
Exactly. So this is not a bad play.
Yeah, I think it'll turn out well for me. Yeah, we got 2 machine shop on the back of this, so.
Okay, now our OBS is coming out. So we are going to be poking into the Terran base and seeing the factory count. But
all right,
I don't know with those turrets going up. I don't know exactly what information we're going to get.
Yeah, not much, and it'll also make the shuttle real hard to get in where you want it.
Oh, my bad. Those aren't. Those are factories, not turrets. Okay, we'll be fine.
Oh. All right. Looks like we're going to swing in here. I hope we don't go into the natural because that's where the whole army is. It'd be a little silly. Yeah, if we just kind of... We could send it on the back ramp and then kind of walk into the main. Haha! Knock, knock, we're here.
This is a very good angle to come in for this Reaver drop here.
No turret in the back at all. Actually, you could just... There is a tank sieged next to the main.
We're going to go for the natural. Oh.
Oh, that was terrible. Oh. We're going to find the turret. Oh, there's a turret under the NG bay. Smart man. Oh. Oh, no.
I don't know if that went well.
No, that was just not the spot to drop, unfortunately. Terran, L-Spark here just ready. With the tanks in position, the turret hidden under the NG bay. He was ready for a drop, and he held it fantastically.
Yep, that was... Luckily, we are going up to a third base as Protoss, and we are on 5 next gateways. So,
yeah,
it's
not as bad as when he did it, as a proxy and was essentially all in.
Yeah. I think even though that Reaver play did not get the damage that he was looking for, I think this is a good follow-up for this player. Terran, it looks like, is going to be setting some vultures out, but oh no, we're going to be moving out with everything now.
Alright, we're going to try these bridges. Pushing across these bridges is, yeah, not great. Right. Well, if Protoss isn't going to contest it, it's actually surprisingly easy to get over these bridges if the opponent doesn't stop you. It's just a right click on the other side, but the army wants to flank in here, but those 2 siege tanks are still putting down fire. Alright, now we've talked about a lot about pushing across the bridge, but what about pushing somebody else across the bridge? How hard is it to retreat? Alright, we're getting some mines down here. We're kind of bullying Protoss away from his base. Oh, we got the vultures behind the tanks. That's not where you want them. You want to let your vultures kind of just eat. Like, yeah, they're going to eat some shots and they're going to die, but it's better than letting the zealots nearby. But of course, it works out because Terran has bullied this tiny Protoss army into a really bad spot.
We do have some goons reinforcing, but yeah, I'm not sure if we have enough now for Protoss.
No, we're going to try and flank, but we still have 3 tanks unsieged and in the back. Oh, the mine's even getting some hits. Yeah, it looks like L-Spark's ready for the backstab.
I think this is GG here. I think this is
a solid Terran game.
Good read from our Terran player to just counter push across the map after that failed Reaver play.
Yeah, the Reaver takes up so many resources, and since it's a tech commitment as well, it's just one of those things where it's like, alright, you got basically nothing done. You must have not much. I'm just going to go ahead and, oh yeah, let's go win. Very good game sense here from L-Spark, on top of everything else.
Absolutely.
And I think that's one of those things that a lot of people don't think about, but really can set players apart. It's just the ability to see something happen and go, I know how to respond.
Yeah, and that's something that could just be pure experience level too.
True. It definitely helps to have some games under your belt to learn that. Alright. Karen finds his third base, so he's going to go ahead and just harass it a little bit.
I stand corrected. This is a nice hold from the Protoss. I thought it was going to be GG, but we our speed zealots now have. I think they're gonna be enough to hold this push.
Yeah, Speed Zealot should be able to get this pushed back. There's just not enough vulture count at this point. Alright. Protoss being a little adventurous on the map. He's going to clean up some mines here. He's playing Minesweeper, but with hacks.
I feel like we definitely want to rebuild that third base, but we are currently up one base on the Terran once we rebuild this natural. So I kind of feel like maybe the play is more gateways here for us. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely need to expand. We got a lot of money, so dropping more gateways is definitely a good idea at this point, trying to get that. But we definitely need to just, like, try and hold our area, get 3 bases again, and just, you know, try and get back to where we need to be as Protoss, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I think I would like to see the Protoss get up to 3 base economy and go up to like maybe 10 gateways before we get that 4th base up.
Yeah. Alright. Terran also is just going to go ahead and just chill back. Terran's going to do silly Terran things where they kind of just chill, right?
Yep.
Alright.
Just hide behind a minefield and impenetrable armor.
Yeah. Classic Terran. Alright. He's going to clean up his mines as he tries to advance forward. Another CC coming down here. Alright. You know, we got the gateway count up. I'd love to see him, you know, Reavers are still good, even if you're not dropping them into your opponent's main. It's still not bad to have them, or at least, you know, go into speed shuttle on the back of it. Looks like he had a couple, but I think he could have more. You know, you get up to like 3-4 shuttles, and you just carpet bomb Protoss on your enemy.
I wouldn't mind seeing storm drops either.
Storm drops would be solid, yes. He could also elevator across the back and go into the Terran's main. You just elevator, you just get your whole army down the bottom left. You elevator them across the mineral patch.
Is that what he's going to try and do?
You know, yeah. I don't know if he. No. He's just gonna send it with the shuttles. Building exit is blocked. Someone messed up their Sim City. That's unfortunate for them. Alright, yeah, and this isn't gonna do a whole lot here. 2 shuttles worth of units is actually not a whole lot when you consider what Terran can do. Like with just mines and such. A couple of siege things in position. That's why I would have liked, like, if you shuttle a whole army across and you just push up with a large army, and suddenly Terran's in a really bad spot, you can try and then you can try and push across and double prong hit. Unfortunately, Terran's sending out a drop.
Oh, this is going to be. This could potentially be really devastating. This is 4 vultures in here.
Yeah, 4 vultures. You just gonna absolutely. There's nothing at home for the Protoss. It looks like maybe a goon, maybe whatever he's building. But if he's rallying across the map, this is gonna be painful.
Nice counterplay by our Terran player. I'm loving Elspark's moves here this game.
Yep. Ooh, running some up the front, just as he comes in with the drop.
There they go.
Beautiful. Absolutely slaughtering probes. He's even going to go into the main here, it looks like. He goes to the main, there's nothing left to kill. You know what? It's that gate, those gateways right there. Yeah, as Cookie's pointing out. As soon as I saw it again, I was like, oh, yep, those are the gateways that are, he's producing goons out of those gateways. and goons can't get out of there.
So we are on a 2-base economy as per house. We are taking a 4th, but maybe now perhaps double expand. We have a solid ground force. We don't have any Templar though.
We're not really on 2 bases though, are we? We've got 1 probe mining in the natural. Protoss is effectively mining 55 workers on 1 base. You know, we were talking about saturation earlier. Like, give them 50 probes for, well, like probably 45 mineral probes for 1 mineral line. That's a couple too many. You know, Terran getting 2 base mining. He's still got a little bit in the main too. As he's got mines up and protecting the 4th on the right hand side. So theoretically he can take that whenever he's ready. It looks like he's just waiting for Protoss to slip up first.
So, fun fact for new players, there is no universe at all where you want 45 probes mining efficiency on 1 base.
Ah, no, they just keep stacking efficiently. As one leaves, another one will start mining.
I believe the most you want is something like 27 mining rolls on 1 base.
At 3 per patch, that's like the max you can do. Like at this fourth base would be 7 patches by 3, so it'd be 21 probes or SCVs. All right, Vessel's coming out here, ready to deal with arbiters or anything, as he's probably expecting them. You know, he's going to EMP them, detect cloaked units, but it's actually going to be carriers again. As we did talk about earlier, this is a pretty decent carrier map, all things considered.
But, you know, this is another question, like, do we have the gas to support this? In the first game, we went carriers, but we also went a really gas-heavy opener. And now we spent a lot of gas on goons.
I think transitioning from goons is a lot easier. He's on 4 bases, so even if the main, which at this point should be depleted, there's still 3 gases breathing into you. It should be a lot more affordable for him. I mean, look at that bank. Even if he's not mining efficiently, he's got some gas to burn.
That's true.
He's got enough gas that I can hear the U.S. military moving in. No, wait, no, that's just a Terran. Alright. We are sending it in here, but this tank line goes deep. This is not great. D-Matrix on a forward tank as well. Funny enough, that tank doesn't get shot at all in this fight.
Try to keep our goons alive.
Yeah, we're going to have to retreat from that. That was disastrous for Protoss. That tank line just went too deep. Alright, carriers have been discovered. We do already have a decent Goliath count, though. So it might actually be pretty hard for these early carriers to get any sort of damage done.
And unfortunately, it looks like these goons are going to just melt against this tank fire.
Yeah, this is unfortunately not looking good for our Protoss. Terran should be able to just kind of push across here and have a good time. Alright. Yeah, here come the tanks. Your single interceptor is not enough to scare them away. But I guess that army is, though. Once again, these bridges are very hard to push over. Alright. These carriers not even going to get a single tank. Oh, they just get it. Are you kidding? That was close. Alright, we're going to try going across the bridge. And it's a choice. We have no vultures here, so there's nothing to stop the zealots from pushing across here. But a good D-Matrix helps hold. Volt. Misclick there. Tried to right-click the carrier and move commanded under it. Alright, one carrier gets popped. Alright, I mean, Protoss is back to mining on 3 bases, so... Terran did take the mid-right base as well, so... He's not exactly hurting for money, but... It feels like Protoss just has a lot here, and Terran hasn't reinforced properly. I don't know if he's got a lot at home, or if he just has missed some macro cycles, but... It feels like he should have a lot more here than he does, you know?
But Terran is, like... They have a healthier Goliath count, and have Goliath range this time. Also, like, he's keeping his tanks alive. I mean, Protoss is having just as hard of a time getting his units across that bridge to that tank line.
True. Looks like, though, we are pushing a little too far forward for Terran here. Army gets splintered, and
Bummer.
we're going to have a good try here from Protoss, at least.
This feels like... It feels to me like Protoss is just barely holding on.
Yeah. We'll see. It's reinforcements. Like I said, Terran. Where's the Terran army? You know, he definitely should have more. It's just all right. Protoss. It's so little here. Like the Zealot Goon is good against the pushing back the Goliath, and the carriers are obviously just beating tanks because what shoots up and not down. All right. Carrier's gonna just fish around, see if they can't get some damage done, but. Alright, we're gonna try to base for a base though. But Protoss gonna send it right into the heart of the army here. And this is probably the best thing that we could take a fight at it for Protoss, but there's just a couple too many tanks here, it looks like.
Yeah, this ground force is going to get cleaned up, and unfortunately, that's what the carriers need to support them.
Yeah, without the ground force, you just... Yeah, there's nothing to stop the Goliath from walking under them and just deleting them.
Yep. It looks like, yeah, I mean, we are going to be able to hold this base here, but this is still not a threatening carrier count for Protoss.
Oh, well.
All right.
Terran seems to think so because he doesn't have any army anymore.
That's fair. You know, I'm not playing the game.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, I guess you just beat the whole army, and he's not... Like I said, that whole time, it felt like he should have more army, and he just never did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, it was a very close back and forth game either way. So yeah. GG's all around. We are
even on both parts.
Even 1-1.
Alright, you know what that means. Game number 3, baby. My favorite game. Unless it's the best of 5. Then game 5 is my favorite game.
I am stoked, man. I can't wait to see what we're going to see at game 3 because we saw some pretty wild plays in both these maps that we just...
So, the question is,
Bridge.
Do we get a cheese here? Do you think?
Well, it's a 2-player map. I do think we get a gas steal.
Yeah, gas steal at least makes sense.
Perhaps even 2 or 3 gas steals.
True. I'm down.
I think after we finish this series, we could do a 10-minute break. What do you say?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right. So we got one more game, and then we'll take a quick break after that.
All right. So let's round this baby out. See what we got. All right. Waiting on Cookie here. Looks like he's still setting some things up. All right. Looks like we are having some technical things, so Cookie does need a minute here.
Welcome to
All right, we can do that.
NSL6.
We can do. We can take a 10-minute break.
Welcome to NSL6.
Actually.
Yeah, at the same time, dude, like, Hawk never made Spire.
There's like 6 High Templars, though, with like 2 storms apiece each.
Yeah.
He needs better storms than that, though.
Yeah. Oh man, they're kind of lagging behind a little bit.
This is the good storm right here. Oh, there it is! Wow! Oh my god, that was...
Hate to see it.
There's no way.
Reinforcements coming up too, a lot of goons. We need storm. Why is he not storming?
Yeah. Oh, Hawk desperately trying to reinforce here.
It's kind of really... I mean, I guess he's just being cautious with him. Oh, he catches the transfer.
All those drones go down.
Oh my gosh, man.
The blood, the carnage, the gore.
Maybe Hawk is like, I'm just gonna suicide these. I get 1 storm out.
You know what the mess? Look at the supply count, dude. Hawk is only down like 10 supply right now. Somehow.
Even after all this.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. He's so good, man.
So good.
Just gotta can. Decent storms? Not bad.
Good RV composition. Oh, actually missing a little bit of Zealot, but...
I think they're fine. That's a
if he, he had those 2 lurkers though in position. If he would target those probes, I think he could have killed them all. And they creep up on
Where are those probes going? They might die anyway.
Kill it.
He already did one on the pilot. Killed
Did
it.
he?
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Just play
So how does feedback work? Is it just deal more damage based on how much energy the creature has?
Yeah. How much energy? Yeah.
1.
So if you have 80 energy, you're gonna take 80 damage. See, the problem here is like Raz has nowhere left to expand. He's got to kill certain bases, and Hawk is in.
For a moment, I thought this was Silphid. Yeah, it does look like Silphid.
Ooh, good storms.
It's a fat storm there. Good storm with those lurkers.
Yeah, man.
Dang, dude, Raz is like really pushing the damage here.
Yeah.
So no fit though.
Being taken. And keep Hawk on 6 bases here.
Kind of bleed him out.
Yeah, it's kind of
a little bit.
He's good.
Okay,
Well, he's pushing in here.
Might break this.
But the reinforcements coming from behind.
It's finally he's coming up here. Imagine 7 Reavers, man. Everything just dies right now.
Dude, see, this is why.
Dude, the lurkers.
There's so many
lurkers. Oh my god, that plague, dude. Hit all the zealots. This map looks like they probably suck ass, but on certain maps, man, like even versus already, this shit is annoying.
Right. And there comes a point where the Zerg hits an economy where the Zerg or the carriers just become nothing great. Because Mass Hydra, if you get Mass Hydra and you just stick them all together, then it just kind of DPSs down the interceptors. It's like Maroons versus interceptors, and they just kind of melt.
Well, it looks like Rat or
Yeah, he's finally starting to actually take out bases at this point.
Oh, well, he's still down to 3 mining bases against Raz's 1 here. Well, I should say
Let's hope this Reapers.
almost 0.
I think Guardians actually be pretty good here.
Guardians?
Are not gonna pop for a little bit. Want to be careful. Okay, one of them does unload in range of the sunken, but we're gonna quickly pick that up and bring it back down. And that burrow is gonna come into play here because the drones can just burrow, but that still kills the economy for a 10 tap. But the Mutalisks are gonna hatch now, so nicely played. The drones at the natural. Gonna go ahead and chase this shuttle down, and really there's no way that the shuttle reavers are gonna be saved. That's a huge investment just lost there by Seraph. I think this would have worked better for Seraph. I think this is just gonna be enough. The Mutalisks, the Zerglings, and the Sunkens together, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a GTS. I mean, technically Seraph could build more Zealots. Still has 1 gateway. This is the final stand for the IR units here though, but here with those Zealots, like, just keep the Zerglings that are being made back. I don't think it would have really worked well though, but I'm just trying to think, like, once this was discovered, like, what options did Seraph have? I mean, we've got a strong Zealot force here in the natural again, but they just keep getting the probes are now falling, the Nexus is gonna fall, so no more income. Cannon. Once that cannon falls, there's gonna be nothing to really keep the Scourge off of Corsairs. We do have a Dragoon though. That can be taken out. Wow, you see this a big clump though. Ooh, this Corsair's getting some good shots off. The left side. So the army, Protoss army has to commit to this fight as it is outside of the wall. We get 2 storms thrown down, pretty decent. And will force this Zerg army back. This army being forced to pull back, but it's a large Hydralisk army coming in here. We're gonna get some damage though on this base at the very least. Ooh, good storms. A lot of Hydralisks falling there. We've also got an attack at the natural here though of Protoss. There's no army here to sort of stop his contingent. I think there's going to be enough Hydralisks. The Templars, the storms are spent, the Templars are gone. But maybe not, because the Hydralisks aren't all fighting together, and there's a nice concave of Dragoons there, but the natural force right now is the trigger. We're charging in. Right now a storm. Second storm. Got a few Hydras. Ooh, the Templars kind of wandering a bit forward. Ooh. Those storms there dealt some pretty heavy damage to the Hydralisks. But +2/+1 is not quite finished. +2 just finishing now. But most of the Protoss army is already evaporated, so maybe the trigger pulled a little bit early on this attack. Just shotting these drones, and when you one-shot a unit in Brood War, you don't get an alert that anything is happening. That is so brutal. Ooh. If Zerg can at least keep this contain up, I think Zerg is still in an okay position. Let's see if I are looking to break out of this. But not really going to have the numbers to do so. Ooh, wait, maybe with the storm though. I don't know how that observer was outside of the storm. Looks like there's maybe just in that at the moment. Needs to be a bit careful though that we don't just... The army's looking really pumped here, and there's Templar with Storm hungry for kills. Brutal! Ooh, so many Hydralisks are just gonna fall there. Ooh, another 2 really good storms there for Seed of Fire. The storm 4th. Ooh, I think that Templar had some. Templars running into their own storms, unfortunately, and actually, like Protoss. Engagement here in the middle. Looks like a blind check with the army over on this left side. But these lurkers are going to get caught in the immediate burrow. They're so... Oof, tons of damage there from the storm. I think that was a moment of, oh crap, here comes the Protoss army. The whole army is here attacking this invulnerable Defiler. Meanwhile, a bunch of Zerglings are coming in and ransacking the... it's open. The Zerglings are going to come running in here. They get surround on the Zealot. Cannon torn down. Let's see if I'm going to go here. Ooh. Good mine hit there. I was able to get here so easily. But if we look at the mineral count, Mana is floating a lot of money right now, so... I mean, they have the gateways. They may have just... I'm not sure if they were maybe just not producing units for a little bit there. And like, so tank positioning is very nice, and because of the way the terrain features...
I see. Yeah, we're live. All right, sweet. All right, we are back. And you know what?
Back.
To answer your question, I don't know who's gonna take game number 3. Honestly, this one can go either way. I do think we'll see something cheesy though. I have my hopes. All right, starting on the left side of Heartbreak Ridge. We've got L-Spark.
And it's starting at about the 3 o'clock on Heartbreak Ridge. We have our blue Protoss, Valentine.
All right, Heartbreak Ridge to end it all. These guys don't like 4-player maps now, do they?
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't blame them.
Sandstorm, Dark Origin, Heartbreak Ridge. They got the 3 2-player maps.
I definitely like knowing where my opponent is. It saves me the scouting.
Yeah, of course. Because you're a silly Protoss, you want to steal gas.
I mean, you know, I do need that gas.
I need 2 gases off the bat. Yours and mine.
You heard it. Get that money, get that gas.
All right, we're already going for it. We're already going for Mr. Steal Your Gas.
Get that gas. Get it. Get that gas.
All right. All right. Gateway's going to come on up here. Do you think we're going to see Zealot pressure? Do you think we're going to see anything fun or interesting? Do you think we're going to see some like nice standard macro power plays?
I think we're going to see some standard macro stuff, especially with this 11 gas coming out of Protoss.
Yeah, Terran has taken his gas super quickly as well to avoid being gas stolen. In order to do that, you have to cut workers. So that kind of throws your economy for a bit of a loop. Looks like we got Cybercore coming on up here. No Zealots. We're just going to go straight for Goons, which is a reasonable response. Honorable macro thing to do. Unless, of course, that's a Zealot across the map, not a probe. Yeah.
I like the Sim City here from Protoss.
Wait just a minute. It looks like the probe's hiding on the high ground behind the Terra Natural. Wonder if we might see something cheeky with that.
Is that?
Alright, Goon Range starts up. Terran also getting up in his business. I was actually watching an old Kespa VOD, right, recently. And in one of the maps, I don't remember which one this was, but it had a similar thing, but the area behind the minerals in the natural is bigger. It had Terran proxied a barracks and then built a bunker for extra range to hit the worker line.
Oh, that's hilarious.
This is high quality StarCraft. I wonder if we see someone do something like that on Heartbreak here. So you put a bunker right at the edge of that ramp, you know, it's going to hit half the mineral line, and it can't be broken for a while by anyone.
Looks like a 23 Nexus out of her.
Alright, yeah, so Nexus going down, Goon's going out. Alright. So with just one gate core, we still have potentially either go more gates and try and be aggressive gateway man, or we can try and tech up here. But a Vulture's coming in. We have nothing at home to stop it.
Are we gonna see a Reaver play out of our Protoss player again, or are we just gonna like look at what happened last game and ditch Reavers? I'm not sure.
I mean, depending on how many worker kills this Vulture gets, we might not see much of anything.
That's true. This Vulture's getting pretty uncontested kills here.
Well, I mean, as long as if you start shooting at him instead of throwing rocks at the Nexus, probes will deal with it. It looks like. But you know, the Robo is coming, so it looks like Valentine will want to go for the Robo again, or for the Reavers again, most likely. Goons get surrounded by SCVs, which are known to be the greatest combat unit of all time, and unfortunately, they do not make it.
We are seeing an OBS. Okay, so we're doing a pretty standard one gate OBS. One gate Goon OBS at it.
You love to see some innovation.
I like this call. I like go much safer standard, knowing that you didn't get much value out of the Reaper game 2.
Yeah. This is definitely a smart correction here going into game 3. All right. Second factory coming on up here. We've already got tanks out, so we're playing a much more defensive game.
Looks like we're doing the 3-gate variant. Is this the light variant we're going to see out of Valentine here?
Not sure. We'll see what he does here. 3 gates. 3-gate Goon's not bad. It's a good opener. You throw a +1 with it. You know, that he tag maybe into get your storm going. You play straight gateway man. Maybe speed shuttle gateway man. Alright. It is going to be a 2-fact. Ooh. Observer dives a little too deep. Finds a missile turret. But he saw what he needed to see, which is 2-fact coming on up here. So you know you're going to have a lot of tanks breaking down your door very soon. So seeing a shuttle coming up here, I'd love to see around a Zealot. You just kind of Zealot bomb the tanks. It's probably going to be your easiest way of holding it with what he's doing currently.
Or even, so he's now going up to 7 goons, even go up to 10 goons and take a third. Wouldn't be a bad way to go either.
Yeah, you just have to be on point with your micro to slow down the tanks. But putting up these 2 pylons in the back to make sure nothing comes in the back door I like that at all. I do like that, I should say.
Okay, so it looks like we're going with 7 goons and a shuttle. I'm presuming that has zealots in it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Have some zealots in it.
That's an observer. I bet.
Shuttles looks like it's still waiting then for a round of zealot.
Gonna get
we're gonna run past. That's a lot of tanks. You're not getting anything for free here. No siree.
I don't know.
Yeah, you just dodged into 4 tanks.
Yep.
This is what I meant. Is like you got to be ready to engage tanks properly. After the zealot bombing comes in, you force them to siege up. You force them to unsiege. That's the real power of playing against mech. Is Senta has to siege up and take a position in order to fight. You let them get out a little bit. You run up. You force them to siege. You run back, and you buy like minutes to get up a bigger army. Get up shuttles for zealots and everything.
Yeah.
Get up your third base if you're doing that.
I'm not a fan of not killing the bunker first and then going for a tank, because there were no SCVs that Elspark had repairing that bunker. He actually could have gotten a free bunker kill, which is always nice.
I think what he saw is only 1 tank firing, and he went, I can punish 1 tank.
Yep.
It wasn't just 1 tank. Alright, Terran's pushing out. Protoss doing a good job to hold the high ground here. That is going to force Terran back. And this is what I mean, right? Terran now has to go back. Breaks his own bunker. He has to siege up, be ready, move out a little bit more, move back a little bit more. And this is where Protoss can do Protoss things where you macro up, get a 3rd base, get a 4th base. Lots of gateways, you know? And you just bully Terran into submission. And you shouldn't really engage him here. Terran's gonna rip you apart. We can try zealot bombing, see if this gets anything. We're getting up a few tanks with it.
Nice.
Yeah, quite a bit of friendly fire there actually doing its job. But unfortunately, that was also like our entire army on the map. Actually, that was basically our entire army. Looking back at home. Alright, yeah, it looks like tanks are just going to march across the map, and there's not a whole lot here to contest it. Mines coming down as well.
Mm-hmm. If you have a zealot, just going to absorb all those mine shots.
Yeah, doing really good to trade out well. These mines are being clumped up a lot, just the vultures that we're using. So that makes it really easy to go over here and just trigger a bunch of them at once, and then they all kill each other. But it does leave a lot of wounded zealots here, which means when they run into the vultures, they're just going to get obliterated.
This is true. And I don't feel like... okay, so we're just now getting these 5 goons being built at a time.
Yeah, I don't know. Zealot count would have been great against mass tank. Unfortunately, with the amount of time it took to get this push going, he built a bunch of vultures, and I mean, he reset tank counting. Now there's just vultures, and now it's just it's not really what zealots are great against, you know.
That's true. Oh wow, 3 turrets in the front that we're building.
Oh yeah, we are Terran pushing, baby. We're doing Terran things. There's a minefield outside of Protoss's natural. We are just rallying across the map. Turrets, vultures. Oh, that shuttle's absolutely toasted. These observers getting absolutely wrecked. Alright. And we were going to just probably end up sending a shuttle into 3 turrets here. That's not going to end well.
Yeah, I don't feel like our production's where we need to be able to deal with this push.
Yeah, he could definitely use another gateway, I think, at least.
Yeah.
But it's also like, once a push like this gets set up, breaking it becomes the most impossible thing, right?
Well, what we need what we need is probes, I feel like.
To an extent, yeah. But you spend too much money on probes and just push hits, and Terran is not building SCVs, and all of a sudden you got a lot of probes and nothing else, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Like you don't want to overdo it, but you do need a higher probe count to be able to field out of these gateways. And so I don't know if we have the probe count that we need to be able to field out of like 6 gateways. Oh. We'll see.
I mean,
8 gateways.
We're on 2 bases here, so 40. Yeah, a little low, but I think like what, 45-ish should be fine for 2 bases.
Yeah, maybe like 45, 47, somewhere in there.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna eat a barracks here. Nom nom nom. And once again, this is kind of like what happened in game 1. Terran was really in a good spot, and just all of a sudden he ran out of army. You know? And I mean, this happens to me all the time at Zerg, right? I'm doing this great contain, I've got all this stuff, and all of a sudden they break out. I'm like, well, that was my whole army. This is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely not something unique to Terran or Elspark, but now he's got to get set up defensively here with what he's got left. He's going to start dropping turrets here at the front, trying to push back the shuttles and the observers. Alright, Delta going in to eat some mines, and oh boy, they don't trade out very well at all. They eat like 2 mines.
We have, looks like 2 vultures coming across the top, laying mines out.
Checking for bases, denying them if they can. You know, good Terran things. Making sure Protoss doesn't have any bases he shouldn't. Because, I mean, Protoss on 2 bases against a 2-base Terran is not nearly that scary, you know? As long as you can take the right fight.
Yeah. And this is all pure goons, which I mean, you know, if these vultures... Oh, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, that means they're going to have a real bad time here once they try and push into the tanks.
Yeah, or if these vultures bait them in, which vultures are very good at doing. Baiting goons.
Yes, they are masters at that from what I've heard. Alright, we don't have any upgrades yet for our Terran. We're +1 attack's almost done. +1 armor just starting. So, I mean, this is not great for Terran. You definitely should have upgrades by now. And that's gonna... The thing is that the Terran upgrades are so critical because they're a huge power spike against Protoss, right?
Oh, absolutely. And Protoss, we're 16 minutes into the game and we're still now just taking our second gas.
Yeah, it's also critically painful. But I think it's more that these guys are just keeping each other busy, and that's what's keeping these guys preoccupied, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, when you're against an opponent that's really good, like really on your level, and it's like, oh, hard to keep up with some of these things.
This is definitely a very back and forth scrappy game. Actually, all 3 of these games have been.
Yep. Terran's going to go up here and scout that Protoss is taking the top center. It is a mineral only, but I mean, any amount of extra money is bad for... we don't want Protoss getting that, you know?
I like that we're full positioning the goons here on the high ground. This is a very strong defensive stance.
Yeah, and vultures will just get wasted as they try and run in. But I mean, the nice thing about tanks is that siege mode doesn't care about your high ground. Hit miss, still dead. A siege tank hitting in your general area still kind of hurts. Alright. And Now we just started that slow push towards taking a third. This is much more what you'd expect Terran to be doing in a more like current meta game, right? Not that the current meta is always the best option, but it's the current meta for a reason. This is a lot more what you'd expect at this point. The Terran should grab a third base here, but at 18 minutes, yeah, money's getting a little thin.
I like how methodical we're being as Terran. Just
yeah. And that's what a lot of modern Terran play is, just slowly pushing everything into position. You don't want to go too fast. You don't want to go too slow. But if you do it right, you should be able to get this nice, consistent, if a little bit slow, crawl across the map. Alright. Looks like Terran's going to go ahead and saturate this third base up nice and quick. We got turrets coming on up here. Tanks are in position. Alright. Protoss does have that mineral only set up. Alright. Let's see what these guys start macroing out here. Protoss doing something in the top left. Maybe just checking if Terran has a base up there. Yeah, just checking here. Alright. Mine's going out in the map. Protoss army is still pretty well on the map though. So it's you don't really get not gonna get a whole lot of free movement around. These vultures will get just bullied around. Alright. Terran on 3 bases. Definitely doing fine, you know? That's where Terran wants to be at this point. Alright. Protoss just kind of sitting there in an arc, you know, everyone's favorite thing. They're just gonna chill in an arc. Terran with a +1/1. Protoss +1 just finishing. Terran +2 attack almost done, so he'll be at 2-1 here pretty soon. At which point his army gets very scary. But it's a battle of the high grounds now. No one wants to lose their high ground. Protoss taking the top left. Ooh. That's an interesting one. That's one Terran's probably not going to find for a while. It's not really one you'd think about scouting, you know? Alright. Protoss thinking attacking across the high ground into that third base. It is just tanks here, so if your zealots can get on top of them, you can try and clear them for a second wave. So we'll go ahead and see what he's thinking about here. Protoss mined out in the main and natural at this point. Terran mined out in the main. Still mining in the natural. Which says a bit more about his saturation levels. He's also got a booming economic lead here at this point. Oh, Protoss pushing in from every direction. A lot of unsieged tanks in the north. Those are going to get absolutely slaughtered. But down south, he absolutely breaks the Protoss army. In the middle here, oh no, the reinforcements from the north swooping in here, giving the north, the middle a big fight, but the goons are all on the low ground. Oh, they're getting absolutely slaughtered here. Oh, and that's absolutely painful to watch for Protoss. You got a handful of unsieged tanks, but unable to do anything else.
not the best attack angles at all for a Protoss player.
Yeah, I like the idea that he was pushing in from every angle. It's just he didn't. All of his goons, like on the bottom, he got stomped. Obviously, there was just a lot of tanks down there. In the north, he got a good fight because there's a lot of zealots there against unsieged tanks. In the middle, though, it was just goons sitting on the low ground, shooting up at tanks, doing nothing.
Supplies are about even for both players, but I think we have slightly more units on the map for a Protoss player. Terran looks like he's going to try and do a counter push here.
I never liked
maybe
that
not.
idea.
There we go.
Yeah, you
Okay,
want to siege up and move slowly. You should be scanning ahead. Yeah.
There we go. Try and reduce
Scan
this
ahead
dragoon count.
Yeah, because siege tanks with the longer range and the fact that they don't generally miss when they're shooting uphill, you know. You just scan ahead and just blow the Protoss out of his own position.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're going to
go too far forward. And yeah. Terran is doing Terran things. Protoss trying to grab a 5th base here. But I don't know if he's got the army to hold what he's got. He retreats back to the next high ground. That is one of the fun features about Heartbreak Ridge, is there is those 3 staggered high grounds. So you can just, lose one, next, next, you know.
Or are we going to... Templar are on the field, so we still could do a counterplay against this tank count here.
Storm is always a good unit, guys. Don't forget that. So long as Storm exists, Protoss is still fine. And that's a lot of Terran coming at your natural. We are going to go for a huge flank, though. Or at least a medium-sized flank. Or are we going to go for the counterattack here? That's a much more interesting idea.
There we go. Go for the reinforcements.
Yeah, and if you can pick up these reinforcements, but there's a lot of mines here, so you got to be careful where you do. Ooh, just send it into the 3rd. I like this a lot.
Nice.
All right, but Terran's here. They're at your doorstop. What are you going to do about it? Oh, first storm goes down on some vultures. Ooh, storm on the tanks. You going to grab one? But here, we're losing our 3rd base. Yeah, you're going to try and break their natural, but... currently, that is Protoss' only production, though. So, this is just a crack the main and win the game kind of moment.
Yep.
But if you don't do that, you are absolutely dead.
We have a bunch of goons here on the high ground that are not engaging, but man, they could totally take this army from behind.
It'll be tough because all the things will just turn flat at them. You need to counter. You're gonna have to 2-prong this. So he needs to wait until his army in the main is ready to move out. But I guess losing this nexus is not nearly as critical. So you can't just let it fall and let Terran unsiege and then try and pounce on him. Alright, Terran's in the natural. What are we going to do about it? Waiting for another round of production, maybe?
We're just going to keep going for the gates.
I don't like this. Now we're going to have to fight through that choke point into siege tanks. That's never good.
We need a storm. There we go. One good storm into the tank line.
It's not over so long as storm exists.
And we lost the Templar. We have one more storm.
He's too high. He didn't realize he was moved forward. Like, bruh, where am I going? Storm.
Come on.
Storm.
I'm trying to get tanks
Good
here.
storm. Oh, he's just moved. I think Protoss might be doing macro things. Yeah. High Templar runs away. Oh, and he gets picked off by a rock.
It's unfortunate.
And you vultures. Yeah, and this high ground here is beautiful. I like the idea of trying to break this the most, but yeah, there's vultures in place ready for that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be GG here.
Yeah, GG is in fact called.
All right,
Terran's going to take it 2-1. Very well done.
That was a bit of a nail biter of a game 3 there. Wow.
Yeah, there was definitely points where Protoss was really up, definitely had a good chance. But in the end, our Terran player is going to go ahead and bring it home.
Nice. All right, we have who is that? 2 more
Apes
for the
per minute.
Apes.
Yeah, and that's going to bring them tied up 9 each. So it all comes down to this last series.
All right. What is this? Inside tachometer and inside job. Your last hope.
All right. Let's give it up for the boys as we get into game number 1 of our final series here.
All right. In the top right in Sandstorm, we have our red Terran. I believe this is inside job.
Yes, it is. Jet fuel won't melt his SCVs. And his opponent, who's going to give it a good try anyway to melt his SCVs. Give it up for Taco Meter. Who doesn't love some taco meters?
That's
They
my
meter
favorite
how
kind of
many
meter.
tacos. Yes, it's the only one that matters.
Exactly. Nice. All right. Nothing unusual here from both players.
All right. Get some nice little opening macro. That's not too bad. Good way to start.
Inside job, by the way, is like I've played him once on the ladder, and I've also kind of caught wind of his reputation a little bit in CPL.
Yeah.
He is a scary player for E-Rank.
He's a
He
bit
is
cheesy.
really, yeah. He's a really scary player.
It looks like they are playing on the older version of Sandstorm. But you know, it doesn't really make it. The only difference is what's on the bridge. But it's always fun to see because it's a very noticeable detail. But of course, Mineral's having like 18 versions of this map. Sometimes it is a little hard to keep track of. I get it. Hatch down. Gonna be nice and standard. Hatch pool gas, it looks like. 12, 11, 10. Something along those lines. Alright, Terran just gonna go ahead and start building up some Marines here. He's got a little bit of a wall here up front. So, not too worried about early games, but it means he's going to stay probably in his main for a little bit instead of moving out and being adventurous. All right. What are your thoughts so far? What do you think? What do you think of this series?
I'm very curious to see what we're going to see out of our Zerg player. It feels... Oh, wow. Look at that quick factory there. It looks like... Are we going to try and rush to science vessels as Terran, maybe? Science vessel tech?
Probably mech. Probably mech play. Alright. Yeah, this is probably going to be some Goliath mech if I had to assume. This feels pretty right for it.
Yeah. Macro hatch here. And a very fast player, feels like.
Alright, so it's going to be some variation of 3 hatch, Muta probably. But putting the hatchery in the natural is an interesting choice.
Yep, it looks like we are going to see Goliaths out of our Terran player, and we're expanding as well.
Yeah. All right, so we'll get get up a nice control group of Goliaths, followed up with a few tanks, and then push across the map and have some fun. I always hate going mutas against Goliath because unless you have 2 control groups of mutas, you tend to lose those fights. And then it just, you know, if you're not good at microing 2 control groups of mutas is actually just impossible.
We're going Den. Okay, so is this gonna maybe be a 3-hatch lurker?
Lurkers. Alright, now those take a lot less micro and are a lot better. Yeah, this should be fine. I like this one a little bit more for Zerg than if he was doing a Hydra build. Alright, well, we'll see what we do here. We got Goliath coming, Armor coming up here. Yeah, he's ready for mutas. He's definitely expecting mutas. I think, unfortunately for him, that's not what he's getting. Yeah, Lurker aspect about halfway done. Hydra's hitting the field. Remember, Hydras fit across that bridge. Lurkers, I don't think do, but Hydras do.
But you could send the Hydras across the bridge, morph the Lurkers, and then send the Lurkers in.
Yeah, you get a much more advantageous spot to morph your Lurkers. And you don't have to... It's a lot faster than going all the way around the map. Alright, we're getting turrets here. This poor man.
So, I don't know about Zerg, but I know for Protoss, we actually figured this out, and I forget where this was figured out, but it takes a Zealot, moving a Zealot across the map takes the same amount of time as moving a Dragoon across the map with that that roundabout path that Dragoons have to take.
Interesting.
I think it's something like both of them. It's like 45 seconds.
Alright, well, we're morphing the Lurkers at home, which means they are going to have to take the long way home, unfortunately. Alright, here they go. What are they going to do? Oh, they're going to take up a defensive position. Interesting. He is going into Hive. He might be doing an Ultra... if you're doing the Ultra Rush, you don't usually go Lurkers, but Quick Ultra still always throws a Terran for a loop.
That's probably... Our Zerg is expecting Goliath, so I bet you that's what those Lurkers are there for.
Yeah, they definitely, you know... definitely helpful. Goliaths have a hard time fighting Lurkers. But it'll be interesting. I'm curious what he's going to do with the Hive Tech, you know? He's rushing for it, so...
Defilers, maybe? Could be trying to get
probably.
past Defilers.
Oh, he could be going Ultra Lurker Defiler, but you need 3 gas for that, you know? Which he's getting ready to take his 3rd base, but... I just feel like... Because you can basically only support 1 gas unit at a time on 2 gases. So you can get Mutas or Lurkers, or you can rush to Hive and get Defilers or Ultras, you know? It's just one of those things that it's so expensive from the Zerg perspective that affording all of it just really weird. Alright, we're getting Adrenal Glands. That's something you can get.
Hydro Lurker Crack.
I mean, if they connect with the Terran army, sure, but they'll kind of just get deleted by siege tanks and Goliaths, both of which are well known to rip through Zerglings. Oh, there's the Defiler hut. Alright. We're taking a roundabout way, but it looks like we're going to that Ultra Ling Defiler composition anyway. tank firing at some Hydras here. Gonna have to run away. Oh. Lurker grabs the spider mine just as it goes down. Alright. Terran just scanning out, seeing what's going on. Alright, double Evos. Consume coming on up here. Snaky boys on the way. You could try and break Terran at his third with this. I don't think you can break across the bridge, but you could try if you're crazy enough. Yeah, breaking the third seems much more doable here for our Zerg. Alright, yeah, and this is enough to do it. Zerg doesn't need a lot, just these little snaky boys.
Alright.
Grab the Lurker. However, you kill one, there's two more ready for you. Normally that's the job of the Hydra, but we figured, you know, we'll give it to the job of the Lurker, just for fun. We'll break up some mythology myths.
Guess we're gonna see a Dark Swarm go down momentarily.
Yep. Nom nom nom.
Oh yeah, there we go. Dark Swarm is down.
Alright, Hydra's doing their job. We want to get some Lurkers up there. We're going to want to just keep advancing. Alright, yeah. Bigger Dark Swarm going in here, but the Spider Mines absolutely cleaning up here. Alright, 2 Lurkers under Dark Swarm. Not as good as 1 Lurker under Dark Swarm. Funny enough. But when you have no detection, it doesn't really matter anyway, right? Alright. Zerg is going to need to get some stuff across here. And reinforces. Ooh! Hello. That's nice. That's very nice. Alright, yeah, Zerg really needs to bring in a lot of reinforcements here if he wants to continue this push.
We definitely have the economy to do it. Zerg is floating a ton of money. It looks like we're gonna try and build more Hydras.
Yeah, Zerg needs to drop like a handful of macro hatches at this point. Alright, we're gonna try breaking this again. Alright, Lurker's doing... Hydra's trying to shoot a Vulture onto Dark Swarm. That's not how that works. Good man. Unfortunately, Dark Swarm doesn't discriminate on who it saves. Alright. We don't have any links here, so we don't have anything to eat for our Defiler, buddy. Alright, there's a lot of mines here that we're gonna have to eat. Oh god, the Lurkers just explode! And that Dark Swarm's on the tanks too, so I think that actually will affect the ability to hit them. Right. Yeah, I don't see any way of breaking this at this point. You definitely are going to want... I think going into Ultras, Ultra-Ling Defiler from here, I think is a solid play.
Really nice tank spread here from Inside Job.
Yeah, Inside Job doing a solid job of holding this. Very, very impressive looking from him.
Okay, Vulture's looking to regain some control of the map here.
Alright. Some Lings coming in here. With Lings, we'll have food, and with that, we can be able to break this.
Some drone kills. All 3 gas kills.
Yeah, so we're cleaning up the drone count here, forcing Zerg back to 2 bases. Zerg should be on like 4 or 5 bases at this point, so being back on 2, absolutely painful. Alright. We're trying to push in here, but that's just outside the Dark Swarm. And now we've got a Radiates. Oh, this is not looking good.
This Dark Swarm play is not paying off for it.
Yeah, Dark Swarm against tanks is weird because of how splash damage works. So like 1 tank under Dark Swarm is unkillable. Two lurkers, or sorry, yeah, lurkers under Dark Swarm. 2 lurkers under Dark Swarm, super killable, you know?
So we're trying to take a hidden base up here at the top left, but you know, Vultures have control of it, so
Yeah,
Inside Job does see it.
We're not really worried about hidden base. We should be worried about like every base. You know?
Yeah.
Alright, it looks like we are resaturating that 3rd base finally. But yeah, we need to start spending on that bank, getting that gas up there so we can spend our minerals.
Going into Spire Tech?
Alright, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Actually, what would be good here is Queens. And you just spawn Broodling the tanks and you run in.
Our Terran is gaining control of this high ground outside their base.
Yeah, and once Terran has this, your push is basically dead. So now you have to macro up. But once again, he should have taken like the entire map during this push. Unfortunately, he hasn't. So his macro's not quite where it needs to be. So I'm not entirely sure how he's going to hold this push. Alright, yeah. Donating hydras like that, very painful.
What is that researching? What's that symbol? Right next to plague.
It's Defiler energy. Oh, it's Queen energy, sorry.
Queen energy.
It's Gamete Meiosis.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is what I was saying. Broodlings. Baby, broodlings. Oh, our rally is absolutely jank. One of our hatcheries is just rallying in. Alright, Hydra's taking on Vultures. Hydras are very good against Vultures. Especially with 3-2 against 2-2. Alright, mine's just ripping apart things in the middle of the map. It's unfortunate.
Whole bunch of Hydras coming up. I don't think they're going to stop this push.
No, unfortunately, it's just looking like a little too much from Terran. Alright, yeah, and Terran's on top of this 3rd. Starting with a little bit of a flank here, but while Hydras are technically good against tanks, siege tanks are good against everything. Yeah, and losing 5 hatcheries here is just not great.
10 mutas. There we go.
The Goliaths are hiding in the Dark Swarm, so the mutas can't actually hit them.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, that is big brain gaming. GG is in fact called. Taco's gonna tap out. Inside Job is gonna take it. 1-0.
The reputation lives on.
Yeah. You know, he's gonna go ahead and just take the win easily. GG. No. It was a very hard fought victory. He managed to hold on while getting pushed, and then saw an opportunity, capitalized on it, and then just rolled across the map, which is exactly what you're supposed to do as Terran.
All right. You want to do the honors?
All right, in the top left-hand side here, with the blue drones, give it up for our boy Taco Meter.
And in the top right, with the red SCVs, give it up for Inside Job.
Sir, a second Meatless has hit the supply depot. That's all I got, guys. Alright. We're going to start off with a nice little macro game. What are we going to do here? Anything cheeky? Anything fun? Or are we going to macro chat it up? Honestly, I hope we get some macro chat stuff here, personally. Let's see what they're gonna do. Alright, yeah, Barrick's going down in a very standard position. Looks like we're getting a 12 hatch here from Taco, yeah. These guys, honorable macro chads. Which is interesting, because I don't know if I've ever seen Inside play a macro game before.
Are these both CSL players?
I don't think Inside has ever played. I don't know if Taco has either. I think Taco might have once.
I think they're both CPL.
Yeah, I don't think either of them have played in CSL. I'd have to do a double check though.
I'm pretty sure.
You know what? Inside did play. He played this past month, and he lost to Tech in the first round, so I never got to cast him. Unfortunate for the boy, or more fortunate for Tech, depends on how you view that. But who you're rooting for.
Who won the last CSL?
What? Javier actually.
Oh, really?
A Terran. Yeah, he went against Ponger in the finals. It went 3-1.
Oh yeah.
Javier v Ponger. Fear taking a 3 over Naka in the third place match.
Oh, that would have been sweet.
Oh, it was some fun. Fear definitely Naka was definitely not feeling PvZ against Fear. And by game 3, Fear was clowning a little bit, and I kind of feel bad for Naka. Like, he definitely got clowned out a little bit. But, I mean, it was also kind of entertaining. Like, Fear was definitely just putting on a show. It's like, I feel bad, but also, like, you're entertaining the audience, which is kind of what I need, as someone who's trying to entertain people.
It's all his training with the Just Desserts team.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this man went D-Web with the Corsair Reaver D-Web with mind control. Wow. Unfortunately, he beat Naka before the mind control came out.
Naka will have to go into training.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Naka was like, yeah, I'm out of shape. But by game 3, Fury was like, you know what? I might off race. You know, we'll have some fun. You know, I'll off race. Naka's like, no. If I'm going down, I'm going down to your pro. I was like, ah, this man wants to die a hero. I respect it.
Sounds like Naka.
Yeah. A very Naka moment. Alright, Vulture's in. Ooh. Alright, Vulture's gonna go ahead and get a nice little worker kill there. Oh, and oh, there we go, and kill the Lynx. And more workers. Alright. Yeah, he's just free kills. Oh. You can run, but you can't hide, Mr. Drone. Yeah, this is utterly painful right here. Like you physically cannot stop this Vulture right now. There's nothing you can do that'll stop this Vulture.
7 kills.
Dear Lord. This thing isn't messing around at all. Alright. Looks like Lings will try, but Lings don't actually beat a Vulture unless the Vulture doesn't get microed. Oh, Vulture, another Vulture in the natural. He's gonna get surrounded by drones. Alright, finally we have a Sunken up here. And the rally of Vultures will be stopped. Alright, these Lings did finally get that Vulture. Our Zerkier can try and stabilize here. But I mean, that's just so much advantage for our boy. Inside job. Alright. Spider Mines are up here. He's just meching it up again. He's meching it up as he goes along.
Okay, Hydra Speed coming out for Zerg.
Yeah, I mean, Hydra's a good unit. If you get a good engage, I guess. If you get a bad engage, it's not a great unit, but... Alright. Taking up the position on the high ground here, but... You know, there's a lot of other ways around than straight across that high ground.
What do you think? What are you
Or
thinking
half
as
of your base.
Zerg right now with losing a lot of mining time to those Vultures and then going for Hydra Speed here? What are you probably thinking as Zerg?
Well, if this was a ladder game, I'm already in the next one. Yeah, GG, next.
All right.
That was just such a large amount of, like, you can come back from it, I think, but realistically, that was just maybe IGG a little early sometimes, but yeah, I would feel bad. Now we're on 4 hedge on 2 bases, which is not very sustainable. He definitely needs that 3rd base. Alright, Ling's gonna go up here and eat some mines. Which is nice, at least. That'll help thin out the mines.
Going up to Hive Tech.
Yeah. Hive Tech on 2 bases. Like, if we're just doing Hydras, we can afford a Hive Tech unit, right? On 2 bases, but it's gonna be the same thing as last time, where he just doesn't have the money to afford everything he needs to do it. Alright, and getting 1-1 for the Hydras, so still potential. Terran just gonna start getting that tank count up there, getting some more vultures. I personally think that Goliaths are better than vultures against Zerg. I mean, vultures, obviously, spider mines are value, right? Spider mines will always be good, but I think Goliaths are better against lings, and they're pretty good against hydras, all things considered, right? Especially with tank backing. And if there's a muta switch or you find overlords, you can just pick them off because you have Goliaths, which are an anti-air unit. And Goliaths are just, generally speaking, stronger than vultures.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be a four hatch Hydra playoff of 2 base.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how this goes for him. Scan goes down, sees 2 hatcheries in the main and a queen's nest. He's like, now wait just a minute. That ain't right. Although, lair tech queens, you know, you can get some queens out there. You just spawn brutally in the worker line, and the tanks just blow up SCVs, or the bruthlings kill a bunch of SCVs. Both are very valid. You know, I've definitely never done that to a Terran before.
Definitely looking to get science vessels on the field again.
Yeah, vessels are just too powerful, you know? You can't not have them. Alright. Oh my god, what a mine hit! Oh no! Well, that was unfortunate. Ling's nibbling away at vultures, but not quite. They don't even have speed yet, which means they are actually useless against vultures. Especially speed vultures. Alright. And I mean, inside the job, doing fine on 2 bases. Love to see him getting ready for that 3rd base. Like, you definitely want that between like the 11 and 13 minute mark. 13 being like the you know, the later end, right? So I'd love to see him getting prepped for that, but looks like he's gonna move across the map and try and make something happen. He's gonna catch these lurker eggs as they're morphing, though. Those lurkers will never get to be lurkers.
One of them, scan goes down.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't get to be a lurker for very long. He tried.
Nice job trying to flank the tanks here with the Hydras.
Yeah, this is as good as you're getting against the tanks. Actually, really, you should be diving them. You want to be right on top of them because, you know, tanks in minimum range. And see, this is what I mean. This is where Goliaths are just a good unit, right? They buffer really long against the Hydras. They're picking off the Overlords.
Yep.
Yeah, GG is called. Inside job's gonna go ahead and take it.
All right.
It up.
GG.
And I will admit, mech is something I don't know how to beat at all, so I have no insight on that. Mech is such a pain. Like, you gotta get plagues, you gotta get the dark swarms down. Broodling is very good. It's very spellcaster intensive. But it's hard.
Okay, so Mick taking this, Inside Job taking this 2-0.
Yeah, GG's. That means his team is going to go ahead and take the week. GG's beautiful.
Indeed.
Well played to the Apes per minute. So many apings.
Yes.
Well, I
so
mean, he was
much-
playing Mac, which means his APM was like 8. But, you know.
Hey, but there were 8 really strong apes. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. GG's. Well played, guys.
Looks like that'll be it for this stream, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for casting, guys.
All right.
Yeah, thank
it was
you
a
for
pleasure.
the support,
Thank you
everybody.
for having us. Hope you all have a great night, and we'll see you all next time.
All right.
Welcome to NSL6.
Welcome to NSL6.
We are getting way behind schedule. My life for hire.
Right? Okay. All right.
Kill and kill.
Do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it gonna be
yeah.
energy?
He might barely hold this.
Yeah, that was like a weird timing. We got like 5
Yeah.
more Hydras, and this time he had 5 more games.
Right? Okay. All right.
That should do it. We even had a Dark Arc on here. Just in case of Venus, I guess.
Is that the move? That's all it's really. I mean, like, I guess you can Maelstrom Hydras, but
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably a little.
like
Yeah, I see it.
many decades ago,
Yeah.
there was a robotics that was created. It's too much.
Do we have overlord speed? Can we send
This is
the
a bad position, isn't it? For Zerg, this is a terrible position.
I think he stormed his own
it's
third.
like we just stormed.
Oh,
we-
no, he's got it.
Oh my god, he has no storms now. Oh, never. He has them on. He has like 8. He has
Yeah,
so
he has
much
plenty.
shit.
Yeah,
And he hasn't
I just
been
saw, like-
using...
I just saw so many storms go off. I just assumed he like wasted the time.
this is
kind of hanging in there, dude.
3, man. Oh, that storm was pretty good.
Zerg's
Oh,
alive.
come on, use your storms, dude. You have 2 storms available.
a lot sooner than this.
I'm kind of slipping on the macro here. Oh, the ob's too far away. I think he's gonna do a lot of damage. I think he has like 30 health too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Europe still wins this, but I think a little bit more cleanly.
I think you underestimate the reinforcement power of Zerg.
Nah.
Can you hold? No. We got Archons in the mix now. Ooh, I didn't even notice
He's up there. It's funny.
Oh, he does pick off an Observer with a Scourge, but it doesn't really matter. There's no lurkers.
Yeah, he's trying to serve though. Is he a +1? Okay, nice.
Yeah, he's also gotten +1 every game.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't
6 Scourge! Ah!
Oh,
That was like almost
yeah, it was almost great, but
Dude, it is something interesting.
Oh, he needs to save these drones though. Can't lose these drones. Okay, pulled him. That's why I got a little worried about the tech.
Whoa, the lurker block on the ramp.
Wings destroy, man. Yeah, a lot of Zerg don't even use their DBT.
they're not getting PvP anymore.
Ultras? Oh,
I like them, but
Oh!
you need a shitload of defilers if you're gonna use them.
a little bit of a blunder there from PB. He loses like 3
Yeah,
lurkers
this
for
is
free.
scary, dude. If he's really smart with these goons here, man, he can do a lot. He's got a lot of
No,
Storm.
he can't reinforce.
Storm. What is he doing? Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
Storms are so solid right
storms,
now,
dude.
dude.
More?
Oh my
Yeah.
god. I hate
Yeah, he's got like full energy on all of these in the 250.
He saved his zealots this time.
Dude,
instead of
the
running
body
forward.
block on the goons. The zealots can't get in.
He's still got 2 Maelstorms available as well.
Oh, good storm there.
Maelstrom with the storm combo.
Okay.
Still,
Another maelstrom going down there.
we're getting the larvas. Can you warp? Wait, question. 16.
No, don't do it.